Jesus Christ, you people suck.
Wow.
Wolverine wanted to be just...
Back in the days when we played video games, it was hardcore for the nerdy and lazy. Now things have changed and all our video games are also for the casual and lady.
But that's okay, you know the score. We told you a million times before. Playing consoles, not just games, is in the past. And every week you listen to the best damn internet radio crew. It's the N4G podcast. It's the N4G podcast.
All right, it's time for another week of N4G Radio. This is episode 727, December 12th, 2022. On the show this week, we got Drew.
Hey.
We got the Wombat 2.
Yo.
We got Tours.
I'm still banned. So.
I can hear myself on somebody's spying in the background.
Oh, can you?
I can. Is it just me?
I think it might just be you. I don't.
I can't hear you.
Okay. I'm cool with that. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Video games are happening. They're pretty cool. We also get to talk about the Game Awards, and oh man, I can't wait to talk about that.
Man.
Some shit happened.
Somebody's rabbi. Like Bill Clinton. It was crazy. Yeah.
Christopher Judge gave away like 20 Steam Decks. That's some shit.
Right. Alone.
None of
Oh,
them to
man.
me. Son of a bitch.
No, but he gave one to MILF Hunter. I don't know if you saw that tweet.
I did see that, yeah.
That's funny. I did hear that he was giving out samples of Soul Glow out the back of his car if you went outside of the show.
Oh, glow.
Just let your soul glow.
Only people our age get that. I was talking about it with my boy. We got weak. Like, yeah, I don't know what that man was doing. Oh, Lord.
Oh, he had the Midas touch too. He had that gold
Right.
shit going.
Yeah. He's a weird cat, but his voice is it's something. That's another voice I wish I had. But yeah, he's something.
All right, well, we'll kick it off with video games. Drew, I'll start with you. What you got going on?
I'll be honest with you, man. Nothing.
That's not true. We played Overwatch together.
Yeah, but are we going to talk about Overwatch
No,
on
we're
this
not
show?
going to talk about Overwatch.
Then there you go.
I'm done talking about that game out on this podcast because I'm mad at it.
Well, we all say mad at it. But I'll be honest with you, there is... I want to mention it because we're doing it for Phoenix Down. Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Man, that's hard to go back to.
As part of your Phoenix Down, you should be forced to watch the Christian Slater movie, Alone in the Dark.
I've already seen that movie.
That's just
You should be forced to watch it again.
I fell asleep during that movie.
So bad.
And then I woke up and fell asleep again during that movie.
Sounds like a good movie to take a nap to.
It definitely was.
Did you go see it in the theater?
No.
You watched it on home video cassette?
Well, I watched it on
Sure, it
on
was
DVD.
DVD,
What's a DVD,
home
Dad?
video cassette.
I watched that on DVD back in the day, and
Which was a Tuesday.
As soon as I said home video cassette, thousands of people heard the clamshell opening and closing.
Everybody. I saw it in my head. I was like, oh, the home
where
video cassette.
all right, everybody, brace yourself for the
coming soon on DVD.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're really loud. It was always loud as shit.
Didn't matter what your volume was at. It was super loud. Like that part
It was
came
always
super
loud.
loud.
It's like, geez, why is that so loud?
Isn't
But
DVD,
anyway.
like I saw the list of like technologies and how old they were the other day. I was amazed to learn that the VHS player is now like 47 years old.
Yeah, it's something
like that.
pretty old.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
I mean, they started back in the 70s, right?
47. I mean, I was born in the 70s and I was born the exact amount of time the Walkman was invented, I think.
This old motherfucker.
43 years ago.
What even is a Walkman? Many of our listeners are asking.
It's like an iPod you had to put a tape in.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it was.
And I grew up with the Discman.
Oh, God. Remember putting that in your car and when you hit a bump, that shit skip?
Oh, yeah. No, you pull your your CD out, and it would be scratched all the hell.
Yeah, big ass scratch on the CD because you hit that
Mhm.
bump.
Yep.
Dude, I used to
They
have bass.
came out with the.
I used to have like the bass in the back of my car, you know, the big speakers, and every time the bass would hit, the CD would be like.
Yep.
Yep.
I had the
Yep.
same thing. Oh, good times.
Ugh.
You had to get that anti-skip. You had to look on get the CD player that had the anti-skip protection.
Yeah.
That stuff never worked.
No,
Yeah, I
it never
know.
works. I also had the Discman where you plug the tape into the tape player to get the sound.
Oh,
in.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
but my old roommate was running that thing up till about 5 years ago.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
He was using it for his MP3 player.
That's hilarious. Those things
Yeah.
were great. I love those
Yeah.
things.
I used to have the old iPod, and I would have what it was something you could plug up in the bottom of it that was like a AM FM like transmitter.
Oh, yeah.
So I could turn it to a certain station that had like fuzz on it, and I could listen to whatever was on my iPod.
Oh, God, yeah. The tuning it to the radio shit. I remember that.
Mhm. Yep, I used
that.
to do that, and then I would. A lot of people around here would also do that, so we would end up hearing each other's songs when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
sitting at a red light with them. I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, kids today don't know how good they have it.
Right?
I was a cross country runner in high school, so when I'd have to go do distance runs for practice or whatever, like if I was just running around my neighborhood to train, the choice was either do it with no music whatsoever or do it with an anti-skip quote unquote CD player and just deal with the fact that it's skipped every 30 seconds or so.
Yep.
Half these kids
Now,
like, what the
now
fuck
you
is
just
this?
got a phone already that you can just play all the music that you want to in it.
Half these kids are
Yep.
like, what the fuck is a CD?
I know.
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, like, y'all don't know how good you got it. But back in my day, and I'm like, oh, and they roll their eyes like, oh, here he go. And I'm
Here
like,
it goes
listen.
again.
Back in my day, you remember when you had to pay for music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I haven't bought an album. The last album, I think we talked about this on the show before. The last album I bought was an Oasis album, which was Dig Out Your Soul, which was 2008, 2007.
I mean,
Yeah.
that shit's just like, if you got a subscription, you can just fucking listen to that
You
album.
don't need a subscription. Just go to YouTube.
Well, you could, I mean, if
You
you just
didn't-
want to listen to it, but like if you want to take it with you, like in a car or something, you can just like have Apple Music, like every album that's come out, like I'll go on Apple Music and I'm like, I could just listen to this.
Yep.
Okay.
I have Apple Music. Yeah, I got the Apple One thing.
I just
'cause
use Spotify.
I just use Spotify
That's-
too.
That's what I had before, but then we kind of migrated over to Apple, and then we have like Apple everything now. It was just easier to put everybody under one ecosystem, and then so yeah.
It's crazy, man.
So anyway, yeah, we're old.
That's what the moral of the story is.
The moral of the story
You're
is
old
you're
as shit.
old. And everybody listening, I will be honest with you, it will happen to you too.
It
Yeah.
will happen to you. Yeah.
You will.
Someday
There's
you'll
two
be like,
alternatives:
around.
you get old or you die. Which
back
one's it
in
gonna
my
be?
day, we used to
Yep.
get all the episodes dropped at once. None of this, you can watch it all in 10 minutes shit.
Yep.
All right, well, Alone in the Dark. That's the thing.
Alone in the Dark, the new nightmare.
That's how that got started.
Yeah, we
was,
took the
because
long
it's
way
hard-
around.
It's hard to go back to. I've never played this game before, but I mean, it definitely is old school Resident Evil,
Oh,
like
man.
tank controls. So it's fascinating because I mentioned on the show, but I'll mention it here too. So there's two versions of that game. There is the quote next gen version, which was on PlayStation 2 and Dreamcast and PC, and then there's the old version, which is on PlayStation 1. Well, I tried both. The PC version, the good old game, said it has controller support. Well, the lie detector test proved that was a lie, because it doesn't work. So I can't play with a keyboard this game. I can't. I
Dude,
tried.
We've been saying this for months. We need to get you set up with a Shmemulator, and you can play the Dreamcast version.
Well, here's what happened. I finally ended up able to give Sony money and was able to actually purchase the PS1 Classic on PlayStation 3. So I'm playing it there. There are major differences. So not just graphically. Graphically, it looks 10 times better on PC or PS2 or something like that. But if you remember correctly, Resident Evil on PlayStation 1 was the hard version of Biohazard
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying when I say that?
Yes.
This is literally this again. The
Oh.
PlayStation 1 version of Alone in the Dark is 10 times harder than the PC version that I played.
Another glorious benefit of the simulator.
Yeah.
Built-in cheat codes.
I'm sure, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to have a little bit of a challenge, but dude, like this game is crazy. I mean, this is like, you know, we're gonna get. They gave me a shit ton of ammo at one point. I'm out of ammo. I have no ammo now. And you have like multiple. You know, you have a charm of saving instead of an equip. You have a charm of saving, and you have a limited amount of those. And I could easily see myself like saving myself into a corner where I'm screwed. Like
That's
I'll have
what-
to revert.
Yeah,
back
that's
to an
what
old
games
save.
were like back then. Like, you could fuck up and save yourself into a corner.
Yeah. So far, I haven't done that. I've made it to disc 2. So there you go.
CD2.
Yep, CD number 2, and we're gonna continue on. But yeah, I'm playing that. It's definitely got atmosphere though. I have to give it to them. Like that. Like the Alone in the Dark is really good. It's very atmospheric. Creepy music. Good like really good like sanity effects that they have. Like where you'll just see stuff and then it goes away and you think, is there an enemy around? No, it was just a little flash of something. They do a really good job. Now it does suffer from the old school Resident Evil of the horrible voice acting. But yeah, I mean that's what you get. That's kind of part of the charm of those games. Is just how crappy everything kind of was. But yeah, playing that. I played a little bit more Pokemon. I just need to write my review of that game. I've played enough of that. I played enough of that. There's still some major graphical issues with that game.
There will be. They're not going to fix
Has it been
it.
patched at all? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, has it been patched at all?
One time.
I haven't booted it up in a few days, so I don't know if there's been a patch since.
Okay.
But yeah, that and then the Dark Pictures game. I need to write my review of that as well. I did play a little bit more of that. It's good. It's up there with like House of Ashes. I think Man of Medan. It's better than Little Hope, which everything is better.
I
than
thought
Little
you
Hope.
called it Hannah Banana. I was like, what?
Hannah Banana.
You said Man of Banana. Hannah Banana? What?
Hannah
Good
Banana.
night. You.
Hand Banana.
And Banana.
Hand banana.
Yeah.
I want my name
He's
to
not a
be
boy. He's a
spaghetti.
man. But yeah. Other than that, it's been kind of just Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
I hate Overwatch 2, but I keep playing it.
That's the cycle. Welcome back.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the issue is it has nothing to do with the moment-to-moment gameplay. It has to do with the broken matchmaking system.
Mm-hmm.
Because like matchmaking was kind of screwed in Overwatch 1, especially toward the end there. Somehow they have broken it. Like you'll have one match where you just completely decimate the other team, and then you'll have 4 matches where you can't even get a kill.
Yep.
And it's it's disheartening, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's just like, I don't want to play this anymore. You know, like after you do like 5 games, you're just like, I'm done. You know, like maybe if I come back tomorrow, the matchmaking will be nice to me.
No, it won't.
But it won't. It'll be nice to you for one match, and then you're back to crap.
Yep.
It's the lies we tell ourselves to get through the day.
I don't know.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
Probably still be my game of the year because I'm fucking say this. Anyway, let's move on.
I am sorry that Overwatch 2 will not be. I don't even think Overwatch 2 will be mentioned in my top 10.
I don't know how I could not, considering I've spent like hundreds of hours on the sequel already.
No, I understand that, and I've put a lot of time into it too. But I just like with the amount of issues that I had, like literally every night that me and you play, do we not leave the game thinking just with a sour note?
I mean, I leave pretty much every match with a sour note.
I mean, how's that game of the year contender?
It's so fun to play with people.
It is.
How is that healthy is the real question, Lord.
It's not. It's not.
I'm a 6-year Overwatch player, Terrence. I ain't been healthy in 6 years.
I haven't either. I left for a year and then came back and just I come back to the abuse.
I never left. Stockholm syndrome. I'm just here.
See, that's what Ken and I were talking about before y'all got here. As I was telling him, I was like, man, I'm having a really good time because I took a break from Overwatch for a while, and I was like, man, I'm having a really good time. But damn, the matchmaking just beats you down. Like we've had less matches where it's been like close between the two teams than we've had ones where we've either blown somebody out or we've just been blown out. And I'm like, why? How is that normal? Like, yeah, and disheartening is a perfect word because that's how you walk away. Like, just, I need a minute. I got to recover.
It just takes the wind out of yourselves.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't feel like playing anymore.
And we keep coming back.
Yeah, because I'm going to play today.
See, I'm out today. So I think that's the benefit that I get is that I take like 3 days a week and watch football during football season, and I don't play. And I think that helps.
Probably, actually. You have those breaks. Yeah, that probably does.
I still get mad, though. Ain't gonna lie.
Of course, we all do. We get, as the kids say, tilted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's enough talking about Overwatch. Let's move on.
Yep.
Terrence.
Yeah, so I played a bunch of stuff. Start with DKO, so Divine Knockout, which I think I brought up last week. So it's Smash Brothers meets Power Stone. It's basically what it is.
I have to
lot of fun.
I have to understand this. You mentioned the other day that it's free. I didn't see a free version. I think it's pay regardless, right?
Well, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I meant by that. So, because it's made by Hi-Rez, the studio that does Smite and Paladins and a bunch of other games that they've made and canceled. So they're kind of operators Miranda. I can't think of the word. I was trying to be cool. The way they operate is so they'll put out like a founders edition for a game where it's basically early access is what you're paying for. We're just not calling it early access. And so they give you some currency and they give you some stuff. And then, but later, like probably 6 months from now, maybe 3 months from now, it'll come out and it'll just be free to play. And that founders edition stuff will go away. Gotcha. So it's kind of like Disney Dreamlight, which is still not out for free. Exactly. Yup. It's exactly like that. Yup. So it's going to be free to play. And Hi-Rez does this with every single game. They did it with Rogue Company. They did it with Paladins actually, because I bought into Paladins. So yeah, they do it with every game they come out with. So it'll be free to play. It's just not there yet. It's fun. I'd wait for free to play. I'm going to write a review on it because that's, what they want done with what they've given us. It's a solid combat. I don't feel like it's like unfair. So, I mean, it's X is your normal attack, Y is a heavy attack, and then you have abilities. So there's nothing like raining down from the environment that you pick up like in Smash Brothers like that. But all the gods have different abilities. You have three abilities and then an ultimate. And you just get in there and brawl. There's different game modes. There's a knockout mode where it's, the most kills. I think 8 kills wins. There's one where you have to collect coins and deposit them. And then if you get hit, like you lose the coins like that you're carrying. There's a King of the Hill. It's self-explanatory. And there's something else. I can't remember what the fourth mode is. It's not bad, but it's just typical them. And what'll end up happening is, because again, this is what they do. They jump in to the waters with stuff that's popular. They go hard and heavy at it and promote it, and you have content for a couple of months, and then they forget about it, and then it goes away. They like Rogue Company, that the hero shooter stuff, they jumped in, and you heard about it a couple years ago a lot, but I mean, they've trickled out some stuff. Paladins and Smite is like the only 2 games that they've had that like they've consistently but anyways, isn't Rogue Company like one of those games that like a bunch of people play but nobody talks about? Yep. Okay. Because I reinstalled it the other day because I was curious, and I'm like, I went in there and I got into a match real quick. I played like 4 matches, got into them real quick. So people are playing, ain't nobody talking about it.
Yeah, I
Like,
ain't heard nobody say the word Rogue Company in a while. I played like 3 matches when it first came out. I'm like, okay, so this is like third person Overwatch, but not as good. Okay, we good.
yeah, that's what High Res does. That's how they make their money. Paladins is
That's
Overwatch, but not as good.
that's Oddlots Overwatch. That's what that is.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't hate Paladins, but okay, let me go to the next thing because I'm gonna be right back in a minute. So, I played Overwatch 2 with y'all, like I said before, had a blast. Playing more Callisto Protocol, man. So I was enjoying that game. Now it's just pissing me off. All the stuff the rumors that you read online are true, at least from my perspective. Like, it has a lot of bugs and glitches that it didn't have. There's a point in the game where you get a suit that looks like Isaac's suit. It's basically a space suit because you have to go out on this planet or whatever. And the game like shifts, like the difficulty is way harder. I've had hella crashes and glitches. Like, I walked into this area. And you know, when you're watching a widescreen movie with the black bars at the top and bottom, right? So I walked into this area. My screen is full. I turn to the left. I have black bars on the left hand side of the screen covering the whole side. And I'm like, what the heck? I turn the camera a little bit. It goes away. I spin back. It comes back. I'm in the middle of a room. Like, there's nothing that should put that. I don't know. This game has issues more than the wonky combat. Like, the story is, like I said, I thought I was almost done. They're dragging this story out. Like, I feel like they have explained dick. Like, we've introduced characters and stuff, but I still don't understand. Like, I'm guessing that this warden was experimenting, but I'll get through it. But yeah. Okay. The one I loved though that I'm playing is Midnight Suns. I've played the most of that. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, I want to know about this one.
So if you like XCOM, it's the easiest explanation is it's XCOM meets Marvel superheroes. So it does have cards, and those cards are, so it's not a card game like a Hearthstone or a Magic. The cards are literally your attacks and your abilities. So when you go into a fight, and I'll talk about the kind of story stuff later, but when you go into combat, you can pick 3 heroes with you, and you kind of, go off of like the synergies and stuff that you've built up over the friendships and stuff that you build with these characters. But you can move all of your heroes around kind of like chess pieces on the board. You can play 3 cards each turn. You can make 2 moves. You can redraw 2 cards. And then as you progress, you'll unlock where you get these combat cards that do special stuff that'll either give you like a free move, or it'll make all of your abilities have life steal that are in your hand or something like that. But those you can only play once per battle, and then they're gone. I don't know, the production values are really good. The variation of the combat, like the missions. Again, if you played XCOM, you go out and you'll have like a mission that'll progress the story, but then you'll have ones that might give you an artifact or give you currency or something that you need to do to upgrade the base. Similarly, the same thing happens here, but they lock, which I hate, they lock a hero into a mission. So you might have 4 different missions to choose from. And those missions can be differentiated by Captain Marvel, Wolverine, Blade, and Nico. If you choose that particular mission, you have to take that hero. So out of the 3 that you pick, you're already locked into one. The problem comes into play is if the reward or whatever you need from those particular missions, maybe you're not good with that hero. Like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider seems like, I don't like him. He seems to be locked into a lot of my stuff, and our friendship level or whatever is not good, and his abilities don't go well with what I have going on. But I have no choice but to go with him, and I end up failing those missions because he doesn't sync well. So I don't like that they force you into those situations. But outside of that, everything else I love. The story is dark. Lots of demons and monsters. It's not like gory or anything, but it's probably the darkest thing that I've seen come from Marvel recently, which is good. Like, I dig the vibe. The voice work is all cool, except for Blade. Michael Jai White is voicing Blade, and I don't know if they held this man hostage, but his lines just sound so wooden. I don't know. But I'm loving it so far. I mean, I'm going to write a review on it. I'm trying to finish it, but yeah, it's great. So, questions?
Isn't it like doesn't it have a lot of like persona stuff? Like, don't you spend more than 50% of the time with relationship shit?
Yes, so that's true. That's what I was going to go back to. So the other half of that is and that's the part where a lot of the reviews and stuff that I've read, they hate that aspect. I actually like it, and maybe it's just a comic book fan of me, but yeah. So outside of combat, basically you're the way every day will go is you wake up in the morning. You can talk to all the individual heroes and kind of progress, the relationships with those. You can take them out on walks and different things. You can chill in the pool.
You can take your superhero for a walk. What?
Yeah, so like you and like your hunter character that you create, because you're, if you watch the trailers, you're the character that you are is this child of Lilith, this demon mother that you're trying to kill, that they bring back from the dead. So you're trying to get to know everybody and build these relationships. So you go on a walk with Captain America, or go paint with Iron Man, or go for a drink with Spider-Man, and you have to do that. Now, when you go out and do it, each of those, and I haven't seen one that's been the same yet, you get a cutscene where your hunter is talking to the hero, and they talk about something in their past or something that's bothering them or something like that. It gives you more insight into the character. There's a lot of character development and growth here. So far, my favorite is Magic. She's literally my bestie. Like, I try to hang out with Magic all the time. Like, I love her because she's sarcastic and she's like doesn't really want to be there, and like her whole vibe is but that's the part that a lot of people hate, because you have to do that because it translates directly into combat. Again, my Ghost Rider sucks so much because I don't hang out with Robbie, because I don't take him on missions and stuff. So you have to play that friendship stuff, or else your combat abilities are going to suffer. But so yeah, if you hate that, you might.
I know why they hate it. You want to know why they hate it?
Why?
Because you can't smooch them.
No, you can't. You cannot romance. It is weird too, because some of the conversations you have, it kind of leans towards like, wait, are we about to romance? But no, you don't. There's no like romancing. It's not like Mass Effect in that regard.
Marvel acts like there's no sex in the world.
Yep.
Like they that's how they just treat that universe. Like, no, this never happens. I mean, Magneto got like 12 children, but sex don't happen.
Yes.
Well, they retconned my boy. They ain't even his kids now.
Well, yeah, because there's no sex. Like,
right.
They
obliterated from their universe. Jesus. What were you about to say, Drew?
Nothing. I just, I don't know. Like, is there a percentage? Like how in XCOM, where like you only have a 10% chance of hitting this guy.
So no, there's not, which I like. And so I looked up on that, and it's because they felt like you're a superhero, right? If Captain Marvel shoots you with a blast, why is it going to be a 50% chance of hitting? Like, nah, you're going to get hit. So in this, each card, when you do an attack and stuff, it'll tell you the amount of damage you're going to do. That's the amount of damage you're going to do. Okay. So that makes it a little easier. Now the dice roll kind of stuff comes into play when there's pitfalls and stuff on different levels where you can slam an enemy, because you can use the environment. That's another thing about combat. You can use the environment around you, so you can jump off of boxes and kind of do an overhead smash. You can kick a heavy crate through enemies, or you can knock them off a cliff. Or one thing Ghost Rider does do is he can create a drop. It's like a hellmouth.
Drop.
Yeah, there's a hellmouth. You just drop them in. That's where you get the percentage thing. So when you aim up your shot, like trying to knock them in, it'll tell you like they have a 15% chance, or they have a 0% chance. I've noticed if the more damage they are, the greater the chances that you'll be able to knock them in there. And it's an instant kill if you knock them over these cliffs or in these drops.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah. I enjoy it. So yeah, if you like XCOM and like you like comic book characters, like they're really, I mean, the only drawback is, like I said, the kind of relationship building stuff that you have to do. I mean, I like the characters, so I don't mind it. And I'm enjoying the kind of development and growth that I'm seeing through these characters too. So I don't know, but for some people,
how many characters are in the game?
So far, I think I have everybody. I think they've shown, well, outside of the DLC, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Ghost Rider, Magic, Nico, I don't know, say her last name, Minoru, I think. Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Hulk is in it, but you don't get him till later. Wolverine. So 9 initially. Oh wait, Scarlet Witch, because you get her later too. I don't have her yet. So 10, and then I think they have DLC characters coming with Deadpool, Venom, Morbin Time, and Storm.
Morbin Time.
That's his name now? Is that what he's calling him?
That's what. Yeah, everybody else is calling him. So Morbin Time.
I still ain't. Well, that movie been on Netflix for like a month, and I still ain't watched it.
Me either. I've started it 3 times. Like I've gone to it, like, all right, I'm gonna watch this movie, and then it like gets, and I'm like, you know what, I got something else I'm gonna do. Like,
I don't know what it is, man. I can't bring myself to watch it. I don't know if it's because I have like zero interest in that character. I don't know Marvel that well, but also at the same time, like everybody telling me how bad it is, I'm like, I don't have 2 hours to give away to something that everybody says sucks.
right.
Most of the people that do know Marvel don't care about Morbius, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's just
I don't know
weird.
why he got a movie. Like it is weird.
I'd never
It's-
heard of Morbius until
My
they announced the
favorite
movie.
Morbius appearance is Maximum Carnage, so
Wow. All right. Wait, was he in? He was in Max?
he was in, I think it's Maximum Carnage. He's like an assist character.
Oh, he is.
in
Yeah,
that.
you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
always
talk
get
about
those
the
Super
game.
Nintendos. I always
Yeah.
get those Super Nintendo Spider-Man games confused, but I'm pretty sure it's Maximum Carnage.
Wouldn't shock me.
But that's it. I'm wrapping mine up. But I'm sorry. I kind of sped through that, and it's because I gotta go. But I'm gonna come back. But I just got something I gotta handle. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've played.
All right,
Handle your
well,
business.
hopefully you back before we start with the game of the year, or not.
I'm
Game of the
hoping
year.
to be.
Not game of the
I'm
year. I
hoping to
meant the game awards. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah.
All right, well, I will move on to the Wombat.
All right. Well, I'll just vamp for a little bit so that Terrence can have time to do whatever. How's everything going, guys? Good?
I appreciate you,
Everybody
Ryan.
happy? Yeah? You haven't even left yet. I'm sitting here trying to vamp.
I'm leaving right now. I'm going. All right, bye. Keep it up.
All right. No, for real. So I did actually play a little bit more than usual this week. So I played the Forspoken demo.
Oh, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, I actually finished the Forspoken demo,
I couldn't do that. You're a better man than I am.
including the special challenge or whatever, where you have to fight the crocodile thing. It's not good.
No, it's
I don't
not.
like
What's
it at
so
all.
bad about it?
It's well, number one, it doesn't look great.
I have a question. Do you have
Yep.
a huge issue with when you look at the sky, it just drowns out? It's so fucking bright.
Yeah, so I read your guys' conversation about that. That didn't really bother me. It's like the fact that I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know if it's the art direction or if it's the graphics or what it is, but it just visually really, really reminds me of this is going to sound more insulting than I probably intend it to, but it's the only way I can think of it. It looks like if you played like Gothic 3 on ultra high.
It's a visual mess. It looks like the
Yeah,
game is vomiting everything onto the screen. It's just
Yeah, it does not look good, and it's just like it's very pixelated in some places, and it's the lighting. So I don't agree necessarily about the sky being too bright. I shouldn't say I don't agree. I didn't notice that, but I do think that the lighting is kind of a mess.
yeah, it definitely is a mess. Like sometimes
It just doesn't.
Yeah, it's like hard to see things.
Yeah, it just doesn't look good, and the camera doesn't follow your character very well. I do think the magic parkour thing is pretty neat.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I would love to see that mechanic as a every game puts horses in nowadays. I would love to see that mechanic used more in an open world game because it's pretty neat. For people who haven't played it, if you hold the L stick and press circle, your character does what's called magic parkour, and basically she gets like magic things on her feet, and she runs extra fast, but she also like jumps off of things and can climb walls and stuff like that, and it works pretty well, I think. The locomotion in the game was pretty good, although the locomotion and the goofy camera kind of are at odds with each other on occasion.
Yeah, I would run past enemies sometimes, and like the music would kick in, and I didn't even realize there was an enemy there because it's just weird. So that's another thing that reminds me of like Eurojank RPG, where the enemies aren't visually distinctive enough to stand out from the background. No, they're not.
So yeah, you do have some of that where you like miss. And it doesn't help probably that I'm coming from playing, 40 hours worth of a game that has tremendous art direction, which is God of War. And so to go straight into that probably doesn't help its case by comparison. But the combat is super clunky. There's like spells on a wheel that you can use, and you can switch between two different kinds of magic in the demo: fire magic and like an earth or like nature magic. And like I don't know, it's just clunky is the only way I can describe it. Like it's got one of the earth spells is like a machine gun kind of thing that shoots rocks out. But it's awkward because if you hold down the button, it does like a spray shot, but holding down the button also charges up a single shot. So what ends up happening is you end up shooting like a spray shot, and then when you let go, it shoots a bigger one. So that one was okay. Like I found it somewhat useful. The fire sword was somewhat useful depending on who I was fighting. But most of the other magics I didn't really like that much.
So let me ask this question. So like when I was playing, like when you start the game, it starts you with the machine gun rock magic, and then it like tells you to swap. I found it so clunky to swap between magics that when I swapped to the blade, I could never figure out how to get the machine gun back.
So it's like you have to hold L1 and R1 to bring up the wheel that lets you pick between the fire magic and the nature magic.
Yeah,
and then once you select that, if you hold R1, it lets you select what you want to be your R2 magic. And if you hold L1, it lets you select what you want to be your L2 magic.
That's so...
It's not well designed.
It's so bad.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to this game, and it's not good. It's an example of a demo selling me off the game rather than selling me on it. So, I won't be picking it up now. I'm not a fan of the demo, and I'm sure there are people who like it, and I'm Godspeed. But I gave the demo as much of a chance as it would let me. I even finished like the little optional fortress in the middle of the demo.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's trying to be. It doesn't feel like the game doesn't feel like it has a strong identity for itself. Like it feels like it's trying to be a lot of things. And the combat,
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I'm trying to think of another way to describe it, but it like, I don't know, it's got some of the powers have cooldowns. Your main power doesn't, but some of the L2 power and the L2 R2 together power have cooldowns. And you just the combat is just sort of balancing between using your standard attack and using your L2 attack when it charges, and using your L2 attack or your L2 R2 attack is L2 is like a support attack. So like the default one, I'm saying like a lot. The default one is a bind where it like holds characters in vines, and then you can shoot them afterwards, but it has a pretty long cooldown on it, so you can't use it all that much. I don't know. It's a hard game for me to really put my finger on, but I'm not a fan. So I would recommend, if you have a PlayStation 5, that you try it. and see if you like it. But I'm not a fan.
No, I was so disappointed because that's probably my favorite genre. It's just like a third-person action game, and
Yep.
this looked like it was going to be cool. Like there's a lot of cool fantasy shit going on in there. It seemed like it's PS5 only, so you expect it to be this big, extravagant thing.
Right.
And you're right. It just feels like a giant Eurojank mess that's not even like charming.
Right. Yeah.
It's just
So who made it?
Square.
Like that's
Square
being
Enix.
developed
I
by Square Enix?
I don't know if it's Square Enix developing it. I know they're publishing it. Hold on.
What would you say it was closely trying to be, game wise? Final Fantasy
You know what?
15?
You know what I was thinking. You know what the combat reminds me a little bit of, and I don't know if it's just because it's been a really long time since I played this game. The combat reminds me a little bit of Phantom Dust without the cards.
The studio that made this is Luminous Games. The last game they made was Final Fantasy 15.
There you go.
That's
so
the
I
only
think they're
two
trying to
games.
model it after Final Fantasy 15.
There are only 2 games.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a fan.
No, I was super disappointed in this. Also, I set like that big fire circle spell. You can hurt yourself with your own magic.
Oh, that's
I
good.
set myself
I didn't even
on
notice
fire.
that.
I set myself on fire with that spell.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm out for this game. 2023's got too many bangers. I'm out for this
Yeah,
one.
and it doesn't even have like interesting enemy design, like unique, interesting enemies.
I couldn't even tell
like
you what the
something like Elden
fodder.
Ring or God of War.
I couldn't even tell you what the fodder looked like at the beginning because like the graphics are so muddy.
Yeah, muddy's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Ugh, this game just disappointed on every level, and I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, agreed. It's off my list now.
Is this a
So-
timed exclusive or is
Yes,
this a PS5?
it's
It
one of
is,
those
yeah.
like 12-month timed exclusives,
Yeah, Xbox into next year, I think, or something like that.
which nobody's gonna give 2 shits by the time that thing comes out.
Nope.
They'll throw it on Game Pass so people will play it. That's what'll happen.
Yep.
And it just, nah.
So again, if you've got a PlayStation 5, check it out. Don't let us completely blow you out of the water from even trying it. Give it a shot. But
Sure.
I was not a fan.
No.
So the other game that I played that I was a fan of and will end up spending a significant amount more time in is Chained Echoes.
Oh yeah,
Because that game is a lot of fun, and it's
Heard everybody talking about this one.
the combat mechanic in that is super cool for a turn-based game. It's got like just to kind of break it down. It's got and I've only really played through the sort of the full intro because I basically played through the full intro and was like, "Yep, I'm going to come back to this one." But I'm again, as most people know, I don't start a new game without finishing the one I'm playing. So I got to finish God of War before I start anything new. But the combat, you've got a party, right? And you have different skills and attacks. As you use skills and attacks, they charge this, is it called overcharge? Is that what it's called? This meter. And there's a green section of the meter. There's a blank section of the meter, a green section of the meter, and at the very end is a red section of the meter. And so when you're using attacks, each turn, it will tell you whether the attack you're planning to use will move you up the ladder or up the meter or backwards on the meter. And so in addition to using the attacks that are the best attack for that enemy or for that combat situation, you also have to manage trying to keep your meter in the green, because if you keep your meter in the green, you get bonus stats. And if you get it into the red, you take extra damage. So there's this balance of, if I use this attack, it's probably the most effective attack for this situation, but it's going to push me into the red on my meter, which means I'm going to take extra damage when it's the enemy's turn to attack me. So you have to kind of play this game of attacking using specific skills, and the skills that will increase or decrease your meter kind of change depending on the situation and depending on what turn it is. So it's not always like the same attacks over and over again. It's really neat, and it keeps the combat interesting instead of just using the same like one or two attacks over and over again. The story seems pretty cool so far. It's like a fantasy, science fiction kind of hybrid. It reminds me, I think, a little bit of like Final Fantasy VI in terms of like that world where it's like a medieval world, but there's technology as well. It's kind of a balance of the two. It's definitely a tribute to like the 16-bit era of RPG. It looks just like them. It kind of plays just like them. There's even, and I won't spoil it, but the way they start the game is actually really cool and is a nice little flip on the way most of those games start. It's again, I'm not far enough in it to probably have a super in-depth conversation. I'll just say it's on Game Pass, and if you like 16-bit turn-based RPGs at all, you should definitely check it out because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's on my list. I booted it up and played through the intro you're talking about, and I made it to the ship, and I haven't had a chance to go back to it because I got wrapped up in something else. But I definitely want to play this more.
Yeah, it's a cool game for sure. So I definitely, that's one I definitely recommend, and like I said, I'll go back and play that after I finish God of War. So God of War is the last thing on my list. And not really much else to talk about that I haven't talked about the last several weeks. That I'm probably 3/4 of the way through at this point. I got distracted because there's actually an entire section of the game that is only side content. It's an entire I guess you would call it a sub map that you only find if you start a side quest, and you only can. I mean, all the stuff there is optional, but there's a lot of really cool stuff there to do. So I spent probably, 5 or 6 hours just doing stuff in that little side map. So I got distracted from main progress quite a bit by that. But now I'm back to the story, and I'm probably 3/4 of the way through, and just trying to make my way through to finish that up before the end of the year. And yeah.
Just make sure.
Again,
make sure you realize once you beat it, you'll get credits. There are second set of credits. Go do the thing they talk about.
Got it. Yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to the end of this. So that's it for me. I'll let Ken go.
All right. Well, I'll wrap it up. Forspoken was a big thing that I wanted to talk about, so we got through that. Another demo I checked out. I went through the demos on the Game Awards thing. Nothing really jumped out. I did play the new Ace Team game. I will probably check that out when it comes out. It seems pretty interesting. It's like a third-person combat simulator, akin to their first-person Xenoclash games, but this time it's in third person. So, I mean, Ace Team, I'm pretty much in because they're such a weird developer. I'll check out what they're bringing to the table because it's always interesting.
They're always weird.
Yeah, and they're always worth playing. Like, regardless of what they're doing, it's always something interesting. The demo that really hooked me though, and I cannot wait for this game to come out, is a game called Gory Cuddly Carnage. And the best way I can describe this is if you took Blinks the Time Sweeper and you put him on a trick style hoverboard and gave it blades, and basically instituted the humor of something akin to a Conker's Bad Fur Day, where it's just over the top, very neon colored, and very violent, and it plays amazing. Like, this game is so much fun that I am angry that the demo is broken. The invert access doesn't work, but I still played probably 45 minutes of the demo poorly because I can't do non-inverted aim, and still had a ball. Like, this game is so much fun. You basically stay on the board the whole time. You can grind rails. Your attack is spinning the board with the blades coming out. You'll also have other attacks, like you can do like a heavy attack or a drop attack. And you're just basically floating through this neon futuristic city just murdering unicorns. and it's so goofy and so satisfying, and I just can't wait to play it. It's just one of those games that I really enjoy, over the top comedy, cartoony stuff, and it plays really good. So I'm excited to play that. What else did I play? I played Terror of Hemosaurus, which is essentially a Rampage clone, with kind of a story mode, and it is a lot of fun. But it is a Rampage clone. It wears its inspirations on its sleeve, and you can pretty much say that if it is repetitive. You basically are dropped into a city, do as much damage as you can, destroy the buildings, eat the civilians, knock down the helicopters, and roll over traffic and stuff. It's all 2D, like pixel art stuff, and it's really fun. I had a lot of fun with that. The next game I've been excited for a while. It's been out on PC, I think, for like a year and a half. It's called Jitsu Squad. And this is a 4-player side-scrolling beat-em-up that takes a lot of inspiration from fighting games. So there are like actual command moves. There are like air cancels and block cancels, dashes. It's all very anime style. It very much has like this really super colorful, over-the-top character look. They're all anthropomorphic, animals. You've got, I think the main character is like a raccoon. And like one of them's a frog. One of them's like a big bull. But it's very, so this is the game that has Maximilian in it, if you know anything about the fighting game community. Like, he's one of the biggest fighting game YouTubers. Like, he is in the game as like a super attack. Like, you can you can call him and Benny, like, to attack somebody. So, but no, this game.
Rest in peace, Benny.
Yeah, I watched that video this week. I was like, man, that sucks.
I hate hearing that.
Yeah.
I've been watching Maximilian for a long time.
Yeah, he is in the game as a super. So
does he hit somebody with his arcade stick?
No. Benny comes out and like attacks them. Like, it flies across the screen. Like, he comes out with the sunglasses on and he does like a Shoryuken move, and then Benny comes out of it and like attacks everything. It's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But no, this game is amazing. It plays really well. It looks fantastic. It's got a goofy story. Kind of reminds me of Ninja Turtles, because you got like this sensei that's teaching the 4 characters. So yeah, if you're into side-scrolling beat-em-ups, this is probably one of the best I've played in a long time. It's really, really good. It's up there with TMNT for me. Like, it's really good.
Okay.
I can't talk about the big game I played this week. I literally spent almost the whole weekend playing High on Life, and I can't tell you about it until next week. So, there's that. And I think that might be it. We didn't get the indie games on Friday, so I didn't get a chance to dig through those. So, hopefully I'll be able to talk about those next week. But I think that's it. Oh, I did check out the new Mario Kart DLC. Those are out, if you forgot. I've only been through 1 cup so far, though. And
I did forget, actually, so I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Yeah, I booted it up. I booted it up to test out my Govy lights, because I got those hooked up, and Mario Kart is a fucking fantastic game to do color stuff. And I played through 1 cup of that. And, Nintendo, stop trying to make Mario Kart GP work. Like, those tracks are not that fun. And there's like 2 or 3 per DLC pack, and I just don't enjoy those tracks that much. Do some more Double Dash courses or fucking GBA courses.
Is GP the mobile one?
Yeah, the mobile one where it's like a real city, but then the track changes every lap.
Oh yeah.
Those are just not very fun. They're not Mario Kart. Like, they don't feel like Mario Kart levels. So, but anyway, yeah, I need to go through the rest of those cups. My son and I always play those cups every time they come out. So we need to do that. Just haven't had a chance. And I think that's it. So I'll move on to what's out this week. We're finally coming to the close. Like, this feels like the last big week of the year, which is crazy that we've had Game Awards and people are writing up their top 10s, and we still have some big games coming out.
Right.
So Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, we'll kick off with those. We've got Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So, if you've played Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox... Oh, wait a minute. You haven't. No, that's out on everything this week, including Switch. I'm really interested to know how that thing runs on Switch.
Not well, I'll tell you. I don't even know. I don't play it, won't play it, will not play it, but I'm telling you it's not going to run well.
That is a Digital Foundry video I would watch. Like, how does Crisis Core run on the Switch? Doctor Who, The Edge of Reality plus The Lonely Assassins double pack. Gree, I think is how you pronounce it, is finally coming to Xbox, and it's also getting next-gen versions for Xbox and PlayStation. High on Life.
What is that again? Remind me.
That's the Devolver. It's really artsy. It's got like the girl on the cover, and like you're going through these like art-inspired worlds.
Oh yeah. I remember that now.
It started on Switch, I think, was the first system it came out on. High on Life, which is also on Game Pass, that's out on Tuesday. Potion Craft, Wave Tale. Big one here for everybody on this show. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition Next Gen version is out on Wednesday.
Yay. So that was going to be the next thing I played through until I started playing Chained Echoes. So we'll go back to Witcher later.
I don't know how to tackle this. Like, do I continue my journey through the DLC, or do I start a new game? Because I really want to play this version.
I would start it over, man.
Oh man, that's such a
That entire journey is fantastic.
It
If you've
is.
already done the Bloody Baron stuff,
Oh.
you're going to miss out on some of the best stuff of that game.
I know, but I mean, I've played it. I don't know. I'll see how it runs. Like, I'll boot up my old save and see what it looks like, and if it just looks off the chart amazing, maybe I'll start over. Maybe. Does that have New Game Plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does, yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. I've never done that before. Maybe I'll do that, but that game's so good.
Yeah, I forgot to mention. I told you guys in the Discord, but I forgot to mention on the show here. My son beat Elden Ring New Game Plus, and is probably 3/4 of the way through finishing a third time.
God,
So
bless it, man.
Elden Ring is completely taken over our house.
What's wrong with y'all, man? That's too much. That's
Oh,
too
it's
much
back?
Elden Ring. That's too much
Never
Elden
played
Ring.
that game. I don't know if I ever will play that game.
That
Oh
game
man,
is
you
very
should. It's so
It's
good.
it's
Very
really
good.
good. I
I-
haven't beat it yet, but it's
I
really
have never said that the Souls series have never been good. I just cannot. I cannot.
You
They're
may
not for
you
you.
may think different about this one.
This is
Drew.
the first one that's going to be on my Game of the Year list.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's.
like,
If
if
I'm
I
telling
play
you,
an hour and have made no progress whatsoever, I'm going to be so upset.
You will make
Well,
progress
but-
in an hour in this game.
You
yeah,
will, yeah.
Progress in this game is a little different than in the other Souls games because it's open world. So if you can't make progress at what you're trying to do, you can just move on and do something else. And there's like plenty of fodder enemies and stuff that you can use to build up your runes if you need to.
And it's just wonderful to be in that world. Like, I spent 2 hours when that game first came out just running the countryside.
Yeah.
Just roaming.
It's good.
So-
Oh man, now I'm getting an
Wait,
echo
did you
too.
really?
Man.
Yeah, I spent 2 hours I got on my horse once I got my horse and just rode for like 2 hours, just like opening up the map and picking up the map points and just taking in the world because it was so interesting.
It's interesting, but I'm scared to do that.
Well, on the
I wanna
horse,
die.
on the horse, you can get out of pretty much any battle. Like,
Well, and not to
Dude.
mention, you can always, because there's so many what do they call it? What are they called? Points of grace. Yeah. You can spend all your runes and then go explore, and then
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about dying because it's not like you're gonna
Yeah.
lose anything.
if I die,
no,
I
I know.
just
I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that
um,
world is just so interesting. And then I fell down a hole, one of those elevators that takes you down to like the big monster that you fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I died in there. I was like, oh man, that was awesome. Let me go again. Like that game is so good.
Yeah. It's the one that changed my mind. I still am not a fan. Not
No,
a fan.
no. I didn't go
but
back
I like
and
Elden
play.
Ring.
Yeah, I didn't go
Yeah,
back
no, I
and play
didn't,
Dark
yeah.
Souls or anything after this. Like, just this
Yeah.
game is just so good.
Yeah,
I'm telling
it
you,
is.
Drew,
Like
it's
you-
really good.
If it ever
It's
hits
the only
Game
one
Pass
that
or
I've ever
something.
finished. It's the only one I've ever even gotten close to finishing, if I'm being honest. Although to be fair, I played a decent amount of the Demon Souls remake, but the game is still freaking hard. And when I played Demon Souls the first time for review, nobody knew what it was yet. So it's not like there was a whole lot of facts or anything to help me along.
I mean, in a series of obtuse games, Demon Souls is the most obtuse game.
Most obtuse, yeah.
Yeah.
But Elden Ring it's very straightforward. It's I'm willing to bet, Drew, even if you don't like it, you would like it better than you've liked the other ones in the past.
Yep,
I mean,
absolutely.
I've always liked those games. I really have. Like I've beaten Dark Souls. I've got to the final boss of Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3. I played a really good amount of Bloodborne. I enjoyed the crap out of Dark Souls 2. Hell, I gave it a 10 out of 10.
I'm confused then. Why you don't want to play Elden Ring?
I don't have the spare time to devote to a game like that anymore.
Makes sense. Okay.
Oh, it's so good, though.
I don't know. Maybe one day.
I hope it comes to Game Pass in like March, because usually the From games do that. And then you'll try it out and you'll be like, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah, it is very good.
It is huge too. The map, like, because I haven't even completed the map on my thing. Like my son showed me the zoom, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but that's not even the
Yeah,
whole
it's
map.
huge.
That's just one level.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's an underground map too.
Yeah, there's an underground map.
Oh, well, yeah, he didn't show me that. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
wow.
a whole other world down there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
We'll,
that game's fantastic.
we'll continue on. Blacktail, Cassiodora, Grime, River City Girls 2, and Vampire Survivors Legacy of the Moonspell, which I guess that spoils news, right? Because that's a new. And then
Wait,
finally,
what? There's a new Vampire Survivors game?
it's DLC.
The DLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And It's Kooky is also out on Friday.
I thought you were saying the Vampire DLC was kooky. I was like, what?
No,
What's that
They add
mean?
the Addams Family to it?
Yeah.
Hey, that's hot right now with the Wednesday show, right?
I've
Yeah,
watched
my
the
wife
one
was
day.
watching that last night.
It's not bad.
She said she liked it. She does not watch those type of like drama shows. Like she doesn't watch those. She watches like cooking and ghost shows. But she was like, "Yeah, I like this." So yeah, I might have to watch Wednesday.
PlayStation 5, most of the same stuff. We're also getting Neon White coming to PlayStation 5 this week. The new Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja T-Rex Edition. I'm still waiting to play that. Can't wait. Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 making its way over to PlayStation. Kawaii, Slime Arena, and Unpacking. Those are your PS5 Series X games. PS4, Xbox One, a lot of the same stuff. We're also getting Operation Wolf Returns First Mission. I was excited about that because it was Operation Wolf, and then I saw it was like a first-person like rail shooter or something. I'm like, nah, I'm out.
What?
Yeah, it's not like the old games. It's a first-person game, and I'm like, no.
You're not controlling like a. So it's like when you say first-person rail shooter, what do you mean?
Let me
Like-
see if I can see, what is it? Operation Wolf Returns. Let me look this up. 'Cause this makes for good radio, right, for me to do some
That's right.
Googling.
I don't think I played the original. Oh, it was a light gun.
Yeah, it's
shooter.
it's a Taito rail shooter, like a light gun shooter. Yeah, and it's basically
Okay.
themed after the Operation Wolf stuff, so like military kind of stuff. But I was hoping
Yeah,
for
that's why I was confused because the original one's kind of a rail shooter, but it's a light gun.
yeah. Wait a minute, am I thinking of a different game? I thought Operation Wolf was like a Akari Warriors or Contra or like something like that. Like a
You might be thinking of Jackal. That's the one where you're in a jeep.
no, I'm
That's
thinking
what
of
I
the
was thinking
Turbo
of.
Graphics game. Am I thinking
I
of
don't
the
know. I
wrong
thought
game?
Operation Wolf was the light gun game.
Operation Wolf.
Operation Wolf had a TurboGrafx game. I mean, it was on.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I was thinking of a different game. What the hell was I thinking?
I
of?
guess I was thinking of Jackal because I was thinking of a car combat game.
Yeah, Jackal's the one where you're driving the jeep around.
I'm thinking of a side scroller or a top down. What? It was on TurboGrafx. What the fuck was the name of that game? Bloody Wolf?
know.
Something Wolf. I don't remember what it was. Never mind. This game is true to its roots. We good.
Okay, I was very confused for a minute.
Xbox One, anything different? I think it's pretty much the same stuff. We get Infinite Guitars. I keep forgetting that High on Life is an exclusive. That's just so weird to me. Then Airy Path of Corruption, Aphadia Neo. Those are your PS4, Xbox One games. Switch. Let's go through this. I gotta dig in because this one go so far. Pretty much all the same stuff we talked about. My Universe, My Baby Dragon, aka Formula Retro Racing World Tour, Little Gator Game, which I think is from Way Forward, so I might look at that. Raptor Boyfriend, A High School Romance, Cosmo Dreamer, Hero Hours Contract 2, A Factory for Magical Girls.
Wait a minute.
But
Raptor Boyfriend?
Raptor Boyfriend, A High School Romance. That's
Does
what it's
that mean that your boyfriend is a velociraptor?
called. I mean, that would fit with those kind of games, right? Those romance games.
And it takes place in high school.
Yeah, and you're dating an anthropomorphic animal of some sort. It is. Logic King, Naiad. I don't know how you say that. Naiad. How would you say that?
Naiad,
Naiad. Okay.
maybe.
I would probably say Naiad. I don't know if that's right, but
Yeah. Santa's Holiday. You mean the other 364 days a year? You fucking lazy bitch. Sorry.
Man, hostile.
Man, you bad at help like I am Geoff. Good lord.
Santa is a lazy fuck. He only works one day a year. What's up, man? The Crack Pet Show.
if you watch, I think you should leave. He's making movies the rest of that time,
That's true.
like Crashmore.
Oh, no. I just saw a game that comes out on Friday. I don't even know if I want to say it. Tropical Resort Story and WRC Generations making their way to the Switch. On Friday, here it comes. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Elves Christmas Hentai Puzzle.
Yes.
Okay.
Woo. Hang on.
Oh, come
I know
on.
what-
right?
I know what
Yeah.
you guys are getting for Christmas.
I swear to God, if you gift that to me, I will punch you right in the balls.
All right, say it one more time.
Elves Christmas Hentai Puzzle. Dude, you're going to put
the
hentai?
problem is that the most trending game on Steam right now is OnlyFap : Fitness Baby.
What?
OnlyFap : Fitness Baby.
I ain't Googling that.
What
Not
in
a
the
chance
world?
in the world. I
Like-
would
You
Google
don't, you
that.
don't have to Google it. It's on the top page of Steam right now.
Oh my
Nice.
God. Oh my
Oh
God.
my god. Okay. All right, so this one is called Elven
Elves Christmas Hentai Puzzle.
Christmas Hentai Puzzle. There it is right there.
I don't.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh no.
No.
A relaxing puzzle game full of beautiful art featuring Christmas themed sexy elves.
Oh, well,
Well,
it
at
is
least
what it
it's
says it
exactly
is.
what you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The developer described this content like this: the game contains full frontal nudity.
Of course it does. And it's on the
Okay.
Switch.
Gonna see some boobies.
That's
Alrighty.
it. That's the only thing.
Mm.
On Elle's Christmas Hentai Puzzle, you have to complete each girl's picture by relocating, rotating, and swapping different tiles. Explore the small, endearing castle full of paintings of beautiful elves, and enjoy the tranquility of a 3D map before taking on a new puzzle. The game offers a random mode that unlocks once you complete all the puzzles.
Oh, it's I found the Nintendo page because it is truly on the Nintendo Switch. That game costs $2.99.
Of course
Ow.
it does.
I can't. It says just add to your wish list, which I am going to click.
Oh, you were totally gonna.
Why are
Nah,
you
man.
doing that? Your
I got you.
recommendations are going to be destroyed.
I know.
Oh, Drew.
I did not click on that. No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Oh my God, what is this?
Wow. What happened to video games?
Dude?
Video games were a mistake.
They got horny real quick. All right, what else what do we got left? Nothing tops that. We got Martian Panic Blaster Bundle, Napoleon Maiden Episode 1, A Maiden Without the Word Impossible.
What?
That is really what I
What?
just said.
Say it. What?
Napoleon Maiden Episode 1, A Maiden Without the Word Impossible.
Well, that's
Maiden. There it is. Napoleon Maiden. A maiden without the word impossible. It is a hentai game.
of course it is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh.
Character sprites are made using the emote animation system. When they breathe, wink, or speak, it all looks very realistic.
I bet it
Moreover,
does.
2 theme songs sung by Haruka Shimokuchi and Akira Use are included. Each character's lines are fully dubbed in Japanese.
Why is the Switch so horny? Like, my God.
This is also on Steam, my friend.
Everything's on Steam.
Well, everything, yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. There's more here.
But is it deck verified?
Change,
Dick
wait,
verified.
maybe. It's partial controller support, so I don't know. Change your destiny. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. Yeah.
Okay.
Sakiwaka was a normal second-year high school student.
Waka
he
waka?
was. Waka
Oh,
waka.
that was Fozzie's catchphrase.
It is.
It
Until
is.
he woke up from a car accident only to find himself trapped in mid-revolution 19th century France. An onslaught of bullets was a girl armed with a sword. I am Napoleon Bonaparte, and one day I shall be the ruler of all of France.
Oui, indeed.
We
And
just
been
alienated
saved
our
by
entire
this
French
Napoleon
audience.
in the
That's
form of a girl. Ugh. So Napoleon is now
Napoleon
a
is
girl.
a girl? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
you can't have a horny game without,
A
sexy
I guess,
dictator.
sexy girl. Yeah.
The developer
Oh,
is Moe Soft. I'm clicking on Moe Soft.
Don't click on Moe Soft. What's wrong with
man.
you?
Their top
What's wrong
sellers
with
are nothing. They haven't made anything. They only have one game, and it is upcoming, and it is Napoleon Maiden.
Cool. All right, 2 more games on the Switch this week.
Impossible doesn't exist, or whatever the hell it is that you just said.
Panda Punch. And then
Panda Punch.
Panda Punch. That's the name of the game. Panda Punch. And then finally Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Cloud
I don't think
Edition.
that's legal.
You don't know?
That's true. I mean, maybe the panda wants to be punched. I don't know.
It might be.
Wait, what's the Biohazard game?
It's Resident Evil 7 Cloud Edition.
Oh, Cloud Edition.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to play great.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch, which most systems only have Wi-Fi. That's perfect. All right, there's your new releases for the week. That's probably going to be the last big week of gaming. I don't think there's another game
Of all
after-
time.
Well, no, that's
All time.
no.
With how do you
it's
beat
not
Napoleon?
2008.
I'm just saying for the year, that's probably the last release, big releases. Probably it. We done.
What a way to go out. That Napoleon hentai game.
I like that.
Damn.
I like that. That's what's
All of
remembered.
gaming has gone out on the Napoleon Maiden word
That was it.
impossible doesn't
Yeah.
exist in the dictionary game.
Yeah, that was this man.
What if
All right.
Napoleon was sexy?
I mean, we don't know. Yeah,
We don't know.
Are you saying he wasn't? Cause,
We stand
now
a short
now
king.
we do. Now we do.
oh Jesus!
they
All right,
helped us.
we're gonna do news. We're gonna do news. Yeah.
Microsoft and Activision still fighting. There
I'm
you
gonna
go. I got
do.
it.
I'm gonna
That's
do.
news.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the quick hits real quick before we get into the rundown of the Game Awards. We'll start with Xbox. Finally said we're gonna charge you $70 for games.
Yeah, that was expected.
I mean, when they have a game, that's cool.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what they said too. They said, it'll start, when our new
It'll
release
start as soon as
next
we
year.
have something to sell.
Yeah, when we sell you something, it'll be $70.
We're gonna release Redfall eventually. We gotta let you know it's gonna be $70.
But hey, don't expect us to show any of that at the Game Awards.
No, that's
Right.
stupid. Why would
We
we
ain't gonna
show
show none of
video
that.
games?
I'm just
at
going
the-
to sit in the audience and look pissed the whole time.
Yeah. But hey, I got my man Paris. He in the audience somewhere. I brought him out here, so it helps me feel a little better. Oh my God. Okay, go ahead, because we're skipping ahead.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about the Game Awards in a minute. Yes, we have another Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, what the fuck. So Microsoft has offered a 10-year deal for Call of Duty on Steam and Nintendo Switch, which Gabe was like, I trust Microsoft to do it. I don't need no deal, bitches. And Nintendo's like, okay, we don't need it.
Gabe's point was valid. Like, they're
It was.
going to put it on there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Like-
I mean,
Yeah, he was like, I don't need no deal or nothing. But the Call of Duty thing could be huge because everybody is like taking it what it is right now. Like, well, the Switch can't run that. And they're shooting, memes of Minecraft saying, here's Call of Duty Warzone. Okay, Or it could be a hint that they have a better system cooking and it's going to launch and be able to run, Warzone 2.
Could be.
I mean, can't phones run Warzone 2? So
Can
This
they?
is true. This is true.
I mean,
Is Warzone on the mobile? Man,
there's
I
a
didn't
Call of
catch that
Duty
one.
mobile. I don't know why you couldn't put it on the Switch. I mean,
Okay, fair enough. Well, but I think maybe what it is because on the mobile ones, they're just playing mobile people. So they probably want the Switch people to be with everybody else, right?
unless
Like,
you
they
play
would have to-
Fortnite. Fortnite plays with everybody, right?
Yeah. PUBG
Yep,
plays
I
with
used to
everybody.
play. I used to play Fortnite on my Switch and my son's Xbox.
Nice.
I would be on the Switch and he would be on the Xbox.
Yeah, PUBG plays on mobile with other people too.
It's fine.
Huh.
It's Call
Okay,
of Duty.
well, look. Yeah, okay. Well, let me shut the fuck up. All right.
I mean,
whatever.
My favorite takeaway from that is Sony saying, "Look, they can't. That's for kids."
Yeah, and we got Napoleon Horny over here.
Napoleon. They got Napoleon. over
PlayStation
there
ain't
for
checked
kids.
the Switch store recently.
Yeah, clearly.
No,
There's a reason why I
clearly they
won't,
have it.
there's a reason why I won't let my son on the Switch store unsupervised. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean,
Imagine if your kid came up to you, Dad, can I get this new Napoleon game?
no, you
Yeah,
cannot.
son, go ahead. Hold on, let me see the picture. What is it? Oh, my God.
You are not allowed to play this.
I'm just really into history.
I
Right.
bet. I bet you are.
And if he's not, he's about to be.
Also, in the Activision news, FTC gonna sue Microsoft over the deal. They're like, "Hey, y'all lied about Bethesda," to which is funny because the EU came out after that and was like, "No, they didn't,"
Yeah.
and the
This
EU's
is-
the one suing them too. Like, what?
Yep. It's and it's funny too, and this is why like the whole deal, like I'm just like sitting in the cut waiting because I honestly think it will go through, and I think Microsoft is taking that same approach. They were already prepared for the FTC to sue, which I feel like is just a lot of saber rattling because the FTC has a new head who has to prove themselves. Want to show, hey, I'm tough on stuff. So whatever.
Yeah,
They'll
we got
settle.
we got Sanders and what's her name?
Oh yeah,
Warren out there tweeting like, "I think
yep.
they should block this." I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all don't know how video games work. Number one, it's fine. Stop
Yeah,
it.
it is. All this is some posturing and saber rattling for some political whatever, and I think Microsoft is just going. They just gonna have to ride it out, unfortunately. But I think they were prepared for it.
And
Their
I-
lawyers are probably
Nah,
chomping at the
Microsoft's
bit.
going to shell out a little bit of money and say, "Here, shut up."
I just
Well, and
wish
then that
they
too.
would-
Yeah, they'll settle.
I wish they'd do that soon because I'm really fucking tired of hearing about this because I don't care.
Yeah,
I just
Right,
wanted the
'cause-
games in Game Pass. That's all I wanted. I don't. Fuck off, man. I don't care.
yep.
Like, Call of Duty is not that important. I mean, it's important for Microsoft business to have Call of Duty in Game Pass. Like, that's. I know they tell you that they want in the phone business, and I'm sure they do because it'll make a lot of money. But they want to tell you that Call of Duty is in Game Pass so they can sell Xboxes and Game Pass subscriptions. Come on.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, the way they position themselves with Game Pass, because I think they showed that at the Game Awards. We're not quite there yet, but it's available on like all the Samsung TVs from last year or something like that too.
Yeah.
You can get the Game Pass app. Like, yeah, they're gonna bring it to you wherever you are.
All right, two more quick hits that we'll do to the Game Awards. The Avengers is rumored to be being shut down in 2023. They've got a slate of characters that will release, and then the game will go away.
So is this to say, hey, we're probably going to shut this down? Also, here's some new characters. Please give us money.
They've never charged for characters.
They haven't?
No, they've always been free.
Okay.
Yeah, the characters were free. You would have to. Each character had like a battle pass unto themselves that you could pay for, and you would get like costumes and stuff like that. But yeah, you would get the character for free.
Gotcha.
They're all in there. You just got to do the mission, which is usually not very fun. It's usually just punching some robots for 20 minutes, and then
That's every mission.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
And it's so bad. That game could have been good. Like, I don't know why. I mean, freaking Gotham Knights has like 7 different factions. Like, it's always hitting something different. But in freaking Avengers, it's always a robot or a bigger robot.
Gotham Knights is not a live service game,
yeah,
though.
it was supposed to be.
True. But it was supposed to be. But
you
yeah,
play
true.
that game and you're like, this was totally supposed to be a live service game.
But also, even since it is a live service game, shouldn't that give them more reason to have different enemies? Like, shouldn't y'all be updating like these AIM bots into something else? Like, you should have other content. Like, I don't know.
If they're not successful right out of the gate, they can't afford to do it. I don't think.
Okay, I see.
I
I
don't
can
know,
see that.
man. That game is not great, and it's very
No.
telling that like Square Enix sold like Crystal Dynamics don't even work at Square anymore. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, they took Square off the because I installed it when Winter Soldier came out because I always come back to play the new characters just to check them out. But they took Square off the little opening thing.
I don't know how they
the game.
could because Square still has that was their deal. Crystal D
Oh,
just
no.
built the game.
They took all their stuff off. Like it doesn't like reference Square anymore on the screens.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Square was like, we don't want to be associated with this because all Western Studios did was ruin our financials.
That could be.
Speaking of Square Enix, motherfucking Yuji Naka got arrested again.
Again. For the same shit.
For the same shit, but a different game. This time it was
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, and this time he invested $850,000 into that. Allegedly. We have to say allegedly.
Dollars or yen?
Yen.
Okay.
Allegedly.
How much is that in dollars?
I don't know. Do the math on Google.
That's wild.
Okay.
My dude is not going to stay out of jail. I love, though, that his mugshot in every story that shows up for this, though, is him in that fucking Balan Wonderworld fucking top hat.
Nice.
Like, okay.
According to this, 850,000 yen is only about $6,223.
Maybe it was dollars. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't read these stories. I just pull the headlines.
Okay. That is wild, though. This guy.
I'm not a
Jesus.
journalist. I'm a fucking 43-year-old man sitting in a chair talking into a microphone.
Granted, $6,000 is considered grand larceny, so.
I was about to, yeah, so it could be just that.
Yuji Naka sitting around somewhere scratching his neck going, y'all got any more of that insider trading?
God damn, I just saw Wario tweet, this ain't a deal, a 10-pack of Sega Saturn replacement cases. How much you think that cost? Those big old jewel cases from the Saturn days. You get a 10-pack.
A 10-pack? $20? Why do I need
the
that?
most?
$20 at the most, huh? Nah, dog.
Yeah.
That should be $60.
$60?
What?
Yeah.
For a jewel case?
For 10 of them.
Man, inflation is something else.
Yeah.
God.
It's a plastic case
Yeah. For your Saturn games.
for your Saturn games.
Because I need to organize mine, so I'm going to spend $60 to
Or
put
you
my
could
Saturn.
just get like a little CD case.
Hold on, I'm
Right.
gonna ruin a collector's dreams right here. I shoved all mine into a CD wallet.
Nice.
All of my CD games are in CD wallets, and collectors are like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I was
Didn't
like,
you throw all the cases away?
yeah, I threw them all away. I threw them in the trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. You got a whole lot of people mad at you right now.
That's fine.
Just angry.
They ain't coming out their
whole lot.
basement to attack me. I ain't worried
That's
about
a
it.
whole lot of plastic right there in the ocean.
A
Congratulations.
whole lot of plastic.
Well, it's not in my house anymore, so there's that. I mean, I could.
Man, your collection was epic, too. Did you do that recently? Because I remember back in the day, you had walls.
I did it a few
walls.
years ago, but yeah, like all of my 360 games, PS3, Saturn, 3DO, all that shit, Dreamcast, all that shit is in CD wallets, and I threw every case away.
Yeah, I bet that saved a lot of space. 'Cause,
Oh,
you had,
dude, you have
it
no
was
idea how
hella
much space.
games.
I took all my Blu-rays, which I need to. So my next project is to do the same to my Blu-rays, but I'm gonna take the barcodes out so I can scan them and convert them to digital, and I'm gonna throw all those away. I got 4 tubs of those in the garage.
I've started doing that. Yep, I've done like half of those because I've started doing that too. Because we have way too many discs. Like let's get the digital.
All right.
Where do you keep your digital?
I try to make sure it's on Movies Anywhere, so it'll go across every service. But there are like 5 or 6 studios that don't do Movies Anywhere. So I was doing Vudu for a while, but Vudu's bitrate sucks, so now I've switched over to Apple TV.
Gotcha.
So kind of a pain in the ass, but I have all those apps on my Apple TV, so if there is a movie that I only own on Vudu, basically it's Vudu and Apple TV. Those are the 2 that I do the most on.
Question is, when was the last time you bought a movie?
A couple weeks ago.
See, I can't do that, man. Like,
But I buy them
Unless
on
it's-
sale. I buy them on sale, like when like a movie's like $5 or $10. That's when I'll buy a movie.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Yep.
I can't do that if I'm going to watch a movie once. This got to be like, Back to the Future or something. I'm going to watch a bunch of times.
I'm gonna tell you this
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, Drew. Like, if I buy a movie, let's say there is a movie I really want to see, and I spend $20 on it. That's still cheaper than if I would have went to the theater to see it.
I mean, sure, but
And
I
I
mean,
own it.
at that point, I just, at that point, I just rent the freaking movie.
I mean, yeah, if you only want to watch it once, yeah, renting is fine. And I have done that. If like I'm not sure about a movie, or I'll wait. Like I'll wait till it's cheap, or shit, you just got to keep track of this stuff. Like these movies go on these streaming services so fast, like.
Yeah.
And
Bullet Train's on Netflix now.
Yeah, that's why I saw it. Like I was gonna check that movie out. I was gonna pick it up. Like I'll wait on a sale for like $10, and then I'll pick up Bullet Train, and then boom, it showed up on Netflix. I'm like, cool, we good.
Yeah. And Glass Onion's going out this week.
Did you know Amsterdam dropped on HBO Max? Because HBO Max don't promote shit. So
Amsterdam's already on
Anymore.
HBO Max?
yeah, I saw it there last night. I was like, oh shit, they didn't even say this was coming out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, like, the thing that I do, and this is probably the best thing to do, is go into Apple TV, like the app, search for the movie, and it'll tell you what services it's streaming on. The only exception is Netflix, because Apple and Netflix have a fight. But it'll tell you where it's streaming before it tells you how much it costs.
Yeah. I did that. Actually, I did that yesterday for Law and Order because I was like, man, I want to see the original series. Like, I searched on my Apple TV and it's like open in, and
Yep.
it gave me a list of all the apps that I could download where it's playing, and then I would go in there and it would tell me how much it would cost to buy or whatever else. Like, yeah, it's
Are you talking
actually
about Apple
super
TV
nice.
Plus?
No, just the app, Apple TV.
Just the app. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have Apple TV. I got the Apple TV Plus app.
That's Apple TV.
that should still work. Yeah, you just have
Yeah.
you have the whole service. That's all. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
That'll
okay.
work.
Just open
Yeah,
that
okay.
up and go to the store and search for a movie. Like, I wanted to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I was like, oh, I should own that. Let me see how much it costs. I will search for it. It's like, it's on Paramount Plus, so I just watched it.
Yep, it's super nice. I did that. Yep, I love it.
Yep. That my Apple literally tells me when I can just stream it instead of buying it. Like, it puts it... Like, most of those services will tell you, like, how much it costs first. Apple TV literally says, just watch it here. Like, it don't even tell me to... I have to scroll down to buy it if I want to buy it.
Okay.
So, no,
That's
I love
good to
that
know.
thing. Yeah, I love that thing. Like, I'll search for a movie. I'm like, is this streaming somewhere? And they're like, yeah, it's streaming here. I'm like, cool, I'm going to go watch it.
And it's super seamless too, Drew. Like, you just push like, oh, streaming in Paramount Plus, you hit it, it'll close whatever, it'll open up Paramount Plus, it'll automatically pull up the movie and it'll start playing. Like,
Yep.
it's super seamless.
Does that in Apple TV Plus?
I don't know if
Mhm.
it's going to do it on your app.
Well, that's right, yeah.
because
I
I'm
have
actually
the
using
box.
an actual Apple TV device.
See,
Me
I don't
too.
have that.
But you still be able to see where it's streaming, and it should, like, if it's built into your TV or whatever, it should still open that app if you have it installed. I'd
Damn,
assume.
I wish I'd have known that when we were doing our horror movies because I had to go through every streaming service to see where it was, if it had to pay for it, and I was writing this stuff down. Like,
Nope, you can
okay, I
literally
can
just
watch Friday the
search.
13th here, but for free, or I can pay
Do you just
$3.99.
so do you just use your TV streaming services, like the apps
Yeah.
on your TV? Okay,
Yeah.
because like if you have a Roku, you can do it on there too. Like you can just
No.
search for the movie and it'll tell you all the places it's streaming and how much it costs to buy on every service. And then the Apple TV does the same thing. Like I said, the only integration that Apple TV doesn't have is Netflix, and that's because those two fight. Because Netflix don't
Okay.
want to give Apple the royalties for subscriptions. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah,
Okay.
every other streaming service works like a charm. Just search for the movie, and it's like, yeah, this bitch is streaming on Paramount. I'm like, cool.
All right. I'll have to keep that in mind then.
All right, I'm gonna take like a 2-second break real quick before we do the Game Awards because it's gonna be a minute. So, give me just a second. All right, so let's wrap up the show with the funness. The Game Awards happened this week. Keely was like, "Yo, this is streamlined. It's only gonna be like 2.5 hours." Lying some bitch.
Well, it wasn't his fault, I don't think.
No, I know.
Really wasn't.
All right, so we gonna kick off
Bill
with
Clinton's fault.
We're literally just gonna run down this list. If you want to talk a little bit more about it, I'm just gonna nail every single announcement. There was a lot. We start with the pre-show with the Dead Cells DLC Return to Castlevania, which that's cool. I want to play that.
That sounds really cool. Was that free DLC or is that paid DLC?
I do not know.
I bet it's paid.
Probably
It
paid.
probably is. I think they've had paid DLC before in that game.
Yes, they have.
Okay.
Vampire Survivors DLC. Also, the game is coming to mobile.
Yeah, it's already on mobile.
Yep, it like was shadow dropped.
Yep.
New Valiant Hearts game coming from Netflix, which is weird, right?
So you play it on Netflix?
Well, Netflix's gaming is on the phone, so like
Phones.
you load it up in the mobile app or whatever.
Oh.
Yep. If you search in your app store, it'll pop. Because I downloaded one as a test. I don't remember what game it was. But yeah, it'll pop up in all the different app stores too. But yeah, you have to be subscribed to Netflix to actually play it though.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I did enjoy the first Valiant Hearts. So
Yes, it was a good game.
I did do. It was.
Returnal coming to PC, so that's the next PlayStation game coming to PC. This next game we were all excited for, and as I'm going through this recap, Terrence, you're a cancer to predictions. The Hellboy game, Web of Weird. Is that how you say it? WYRD. Would you call it weird or wired?
I think it's weird.
Okay.
Probably weird.
It's a roguelite action adventure.
Ooh.
Like
See what you
Hades,
did?
maybe? Maybe Hades? Maybe?
Maybe. But you see what you did there, Terrence? When we were watching it, you're like, oh, until it's roguelite. Thanks.
Yep, I called it.
Thanks.
I told because you was like, man, that look good. I was like, yeah, until it's roguelike.
And look what you did. It's a roguelite. Up
It might
ne-
be good though.
I mean, it may be, but it's immediately a turnoff. The next was PSVR 2's Horizon Call of the Mountain, the They Ain't Got No Arms game. The next game was Raw Fury, showed off a Silent Hill-esque horror game called Post Trauma. That was the chunky gentleman, the chunky survival horror game.
Yeah.
Up next was a PlayStation exclusive called Viewfinder, which looked rad as shit.
Oh my god, yes, that looked awesome. I love stuff that plays with perspective. Those puzzles that do that. Subliminal, was that the last one I think I played? Like those, I love those.
Yeah, those are really great games. Among Us Hide and Seek mode.
Oh, they finally just went ahead and did it.
Yep, it's just hide and seek, man.
Oh,
Those
I didn't
people-
see there was a mode. Because I missed that trailer. I thought it was a wholly separate game.
No,
So
it's just a new mode.
Okay.
Because everybody wants to play hide and seek in that game, and I don't want to play hide and seek in that game, so now they can just fuck off into hide and seek mode.
No, they're still gonna be trying to do it in your mode.
Yeah, they are.
I
Yeah,
would
they
I would
are.
assume so, yeah.
After Us is a new atmospheric adventure from Silent Division, due out in 2023. Then we had a new trailer for Replaced, which I feel like we get a new trailer for that game constantly, but it's never coming out. Looks cool
Yep.
as hell, though.
Hope it comes out this time. It says 2023.
Yeah, we'll see. It's Game Pass, so. Street Fighter 6 with a new trailer featuring DJ, Manon, Marisa, and JP, which the internet lost their mind over Marisa. People got real horny over her.
Oh boy.
Was she the
The big,
Zarya-like one?
yeah,
the
the
super
big
strong
girl.
one?
Yeah, the big
Okay,
girl.
yeah.
People got a thing for that online now. Like,
Yep. I see it on my Twitter feed. I was like, wow, okay. Well, that's the new
the Resident
hotness.
Evil lady done broke everything.
That's what it is. Yep.
And then Hades 2, speaking of Hades, they announced that's the first sequel from Supergiant Games, if I'm remembering correctly.
It
You're
is.
correct.
Yep.
Yep.
So, this was super exciting for me, but from the creators of BioShock comes Judas, and boy, that looked like BioShock.
Yes, it does.
I haven't
But
seen
I am
any of the
super
trailers
excited.
for this. I did not watch this.
Oh
at
man,
all.
you need to watch the Judas trailer. It looks like a
Yeah.
next-gen BioShock, and it looks rad.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I can't wait for that one. This next one, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Imagine
Yeah,
if you
that's
made
No
it.
game.
Bayonetta into an NIS game.
Yeah, that's about what it looked like.
It's like a top-down, turn-based game or something.
Oh, so it's like Disgaea.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like.
But she's a kid, so it's like her as a
Yeah, it's not,
Bayonetta as a kid.
people ain't gonna like it because it's not horny anymore.
No. I mean, I don't want it because it's not combat. Like, it's a cool person. Like, when they said, because I don't remember if the title rolled first, but I was like, oh, shoot, they're doing an origin, but then they showed, like, gameplay, and I was like, oh, no, that's not, no.
Yeah. This ain't baby's first Bayonetta. This is
Yeah.
straight up like, yeah. Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord, which was narrated by Ernie Hudson, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
It's VR, though. I think it's
Yeah.
a VR game.
Yeah. I won't play it again. Destiny 2 Lightfall, the next expansion.
Still supporting that game. I give them to them.
Yeah. Man, this next trailer got me into feels. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They announced Kevin Conroy. That's his final performance.
Yeah.
He's voicing Batman.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite thing they showed of the night. I liked that.
Man, that was sad. Like when he comes out and he says, "I am vengeance. I am the
Yep.
night." I'm like, oh shit,
Yep.
man.
I'm glad he got to finish that though. Man.
Yeah, I figured the voice lines were probably done at this point, so it's good that it's finished. But
Well, we didn't know Batman was going to be in it.
yeah, they hadn't
Yeah.
shown him yet. But you kind of
Yeah.
assumed because it is the whole Justice League, and how do you have the Justice League without fucking Batman?
Oh, we got a date too because they snuck the date in there. The
yeah,
May 26th.
26th. Yep. The Last of Us Part 1 PC announcement trailer, which is out March 3rd. Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis Seen Some Shit, the sequel. That's out March 17th. Earthblade, which is the next game from the creators of Celeste. I think Anthony put it the best in the chat when we were watching it. He basically said, this doesn't look like nothing. Like it just looked kind of boring. I don't know. Dune Awakening was the next trailer. And the Forspoken demo announced, which, Terrence, you weren't here for that conversation. Me and Ryan, not a fan.
Oh man,
That game is not.
No, man, it's not very good.
Nope.
a lot of stuff I was seeing on Twitter was feeling the same way that it wasn't like, and I was that hurts my soul. I had such high hopes. It looks so cool.
It's not. It's
God.
not. All right, then we got the big trailer, the 4-minute Hideo Kojima trailer for Death Stranding 2, and I am all fucking in for this game. Let's go.
I'm good.
Yeah, I know you are. But
I mean,
man.
I hadn't finished it yet, so stuff was spoiled.
Yeah, I'm
for
sorry
me,
about
but that's
that.
fine.
You should have finished it because there's that. Yeah, they definitely spoil some shit.
But that's all right. It's fine. But yeah, I am excited because I love Death Stranding. Wow. And I cannot wait, Drew. Oh my God, because I haven't listened to the rest of your Phoenix Down, because I don't want to spoil it. But I cannot wait to find out when you took a turn. Because the first episode, you were so optimistic, like, "Oh man, this is gonna be great. I think I'm gonna like this." And now you're like, "No."
I don't know. You'll have to see it. I don't know.
I got you. You're fine. No, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. Go ahead, kid. Sorry.
The next was from EA Originals. It was called Immortals of Aveum. Aveum? I don't know how you say that.
Yeah. If
This is from
Keeley
who?
had.
EA Originals. I don't know who the Ascendant Studios is the studio, but it's under the EA Originals label.
And it's a first-person shooter, but you won't get that from the trailer. Keeley said that after they showed it, so that's how you. Yeah, because the trailer it looks cool, but yeah, it doesn't really tell you anything.
Tekken 8 was a story gameplay teaser, which Tekken 8 is now called the Swole Tekken because everybody's fucking veiny and vascular and bulked up.
Yeah.
The next trailer was Nightingale, Realm Walker's Journey. I don't know. I don't remember this trailer, but it looks like Doctor Who with like an axe on the cover of this trailer. I don't know.
It's I think it's the one that it's a survival game. But you're like in a fairy world.
Says it's
right?
Victorian fantasy.
Yeah. It's that one. So like you can open portals to different realms and like you can chop down trees.
Oh, is this a game that looked awesome, but then they started showing the tree punching and it was like, nope, fuck that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's that one.
Okay. Yeah, fuck that game. Baldur's Gate 3, date announcement, August 2023. The new game from Airship Syndicate is an RPG called Wayfinder. This is the PlayStation one, right? This one's only on PlayStation? It's a character-based online action RPG.
Wayfinder?
Yeah, I think that's
that is the one.
PlayStation. Yeah. Fire Emblem Engage expansion pass trailer. Then the Diablo 4 cinematic because they didn't show the game at all. Just a really awesome Blizzard CGI.
They still have not shown the game at all.
You haven't seen it? I've seen it. The beta's out.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
there's some leaks of people playing it and
Oh, yeah.
different stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's out there. You can trust me. You Google Diablo 4 game footage, you will find it.
Okay.
It looks good.
This was a very weird announcement for me. I get it, but Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC, but you can't play it if you have a PlayStation 4.
Ooh, I did not know that.
It is only PlayStation 5. You cannot continue the Horizon story if you do not spend the $500 to upgrade.
Assuming you played it on PlayStation 4 the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people did.
So is this just an expansion, or is this going to be like Miles Morales or the Lost
No,
Legacy?
this
Is it going to be a
is-
It's
separate?
an expansion.
This is DLC,
Okay,
just like the
okay.
Frozen one from the first
Frozen
game.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was a significant DLC. Probably 15 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I'd assume this is probably similar in size. Amazon. This was a weird one. Amazon is doing Bandai Namco's new MMORPG Blue Protocol. Okay.
I forgot Amazon was even getting into games, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they are. They're doing something. Next up, Remnant 2. That's not a sequel I expected to hear about, but here we
Oh.
are.
No, the first one I enjoyed the first one. It's not bad. It's different, so I may look at the second one.
Splash Damage is making a Transformers game.
I am excited about this. So the trailer again doesn't tell you anything, but I saw it's a 1 to 4 player action co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say if it's first person or third, but I'm really hoping it's third, and it's like War of Cybertron. Because if I remember correctly, that had co-op, didn't it?
One of them did. I don't remember which one, but also, how do you do Transformers in first person? Like, what does that look like?
It'll just be a shooter. I mean, you'll just be a first.
But
Well,
what happens when you transform? Does like a steering wheel show up in front of you or something?
Well, that's what I was, because actually I was talking to somebody else, and he was saying that maybe they would do like some sort of a hybrid thing. Like when you transform into a vehicle, it switches to third person, but then when you transform back, it goes to first person.
I
That's
can
a
see
lot,
that.
I think, technically, but yeah.
Next
As long
up-
as they have. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to move on, so go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, as long as they have the old school transforming sound. I love the one from the 80s cartoon.
The
Like,
one
as
that
long as it has
everybody
that.
tries to imitate but can't do with their mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to try to do it, yeah.
Oh, come on. You know you want to do
Nope.
it.
Nope, go ahead.
Next up was a clip for the Super Mario Brothers movie, which that movie's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
New game from Don't Nod, an action RPG called Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. Then we got a new gameplay reveal for Space Marine 2.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, man.
Meet Your Maker. This is when I stepped out. I don't remember these trailers. Meet Your Maker is a building raiding game coming to consoles and PC in April of 2023. Crash Team Rumble, which is a new Crash game coming to everything in 2023. The Lords of the Fallen gameplay trailer. And then Michael Madsen came out on stage and looked like he was a little under the weather for Crime Boss Rockay City. It's a first-person shooter heist game. Chuck Norris is in it, by the way.
Bruh, I don't know what the fuck that game is about, because that trailer was wild. Like, it looked like it had half of 80s, 90s Hollywood in it. Freaking Danny Glover showed up.
Yeah, Danny
Like,
Glover's in it. Is it Danny Trejo in there, too? And
Yup,
Chuck Norris? Is that Vanilla Ice?
Yes, I was about to say that at Vanilla Ice. I don't know what that game is about, but I will be there day one. That's all I know.
I mean, if you got Danny Glover, Chuck Norris, and Vanilla Ice, I'm probably going to play your game.
right? That's what, based off the cast. I don't even know what type of game it is, but based off the cast, I was like, and I'm in there. I'm getting it.
Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty trailer. Idris is coming to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
will
love
definitely
Idris.
revisit that game. Now that it's got that that super resolution on consoles, I'm gonna crank that slider way up. Let's go. It finally happened. Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon from Software finally remembered they made the Armored Core games.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too.
Man, what is that? What is a From Software Armored Core game in the year of our Lord 2023?
That's
is
a
the
great question.
Oh man, I was this close to booting up Armored Core 5 this weekend because I have the 360 version. I thought about it. Maybe I'll do that this week. I don't know. And finally, we had Final Fantasy 16 World Premiere trailer. World Premiere. They didn't get the voice guy this year.
You know why? Because they had to pay Al Pacino and Michael Madsen, so we couldn't afford the voice guy.
Man, poor Al Pacino.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that.
What happened with Al Pacino?
He couldn't
bro.
read the teleprompter, dude. He couldn't see
Oh, he was
it.
out on stage?
Yeah, he came out to
Yes.
present it. He was the first presenter, and he introduced Christopher. That whole intro was just
That whole
fucked.
intro was bad. Yeah, the show went off the rails from jump. Like, if you don't watch anything else, Drew, watch the first bit of the show, and that's pretty much how it all
Dude,
goes
we were
from there.
losing our shit because Christopher Judge would not shut the fuck. He literally
Yeah.
was out there for
My
like,
man was like, I want to thank my mama and my kids. I want to thank my baker of bagels. I want to thank the man who put my sequins on my suit. I want to thank the dude that created tires. And we like, bruh.
That dude did not stop. It was literally like, you think we're being facetious? That thing was
No.
almost 20 minutes.
It was.
It
He was. Up there
was.
a
Yeah, he was
while.
on there. He was out there a long time.
I could,
Just
Comes on Twitter.
talking about acting, and it was just.
His brother, who's Dr. Judge at 40
Yeah.
years old.
It was like just complete.
I'm telling you, he's a different
Like-
cat. Like,
I'm pretty sure the Play Me Off music played for like 5 minutes.
it did. And then he started over talking it. Like, they got loud, and then he got louder. And I was like, oh my God, dude.
It was the most like self-felating
Yeah.
speech you've ever heard in an award show.
Yeah, if you don't watch anything,
If
watch
I was
that.
in the audience at that point, I would have stood up and been like, "Break back TC Carson, you fucker!"
I would have.
You, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but like there was a year at the Grammys, I think it was, where they played off Frank Sinatra and like cut him off,
Oh, wow.
and like it made a whole bunch of people mad. And Billy Joel was one of the musical guests, and so he was playing River of Dreams, and he just stopped in the middle of his song, and because there's those spots in the song where it stops anyway, and then it starts up again, and he just stopped and like looked at his watch and was like, valuable airtime, counting down, because he was pissed that they had played off Frank Sinatra, so he just killed a whole bunch of time in the middle of Grammys. This was the opposite of that.
Yes, it was.
He was the stopped dead airtime for
Yep.
20 minutes.
And it was the
'cause it-
first award.
Yeah,
the
he was the
first,
first.
yeah. And like I said, like he said, it was preceded by poor Al Pacino, who was expensive to get there, and obviously he didn't come to rehearsals, or else they would have known he couldn't have seen the teleprompter. So he was just shooting off the hip for some of that, and you could tell.
Oh yeah, when he
then-
finally could read it, he would like mispronounce words because he couldn't read the
Yep.
word.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, it was
bad.
bad. It was bad. And then Judge gets on Twitter talking about some, oh wait, they played me off and I forgot to thank my wife. And I'm like, nigga, you was up there for 20 minutes. Nobody played you off. Like, you thanked everybody but your wife.
That's on you, brother.
Yeah, that's all on you.
That's on you.
Oh God. Okay, go ahead. Woo.
They started the playoff music about 2 minutes into every speech after that, and I felt bad for
Yep.
everybody else because I'm like, these people are like just trying to say thank you, and like you just like we gotta
And
get
Judge
off here.
messed it up for everybody. And my boy, and I relish this so much because I don't like Jeff, but he was so pissed. But he was making passive aggressive jokes at it. Like immediately after Judge, he said something about like, oh well, we got less time now for this or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of passive aggressive Jeff.
It was
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Especially at the end when old boy come up there talking about his Rabbi Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord Almighty! Like, how does that kid even get up on the stage? What's wrong with y'all?
Oh, the award show was crazy. It was, whoo, it was crazy.
It was something, man. And you got people out there performing music in their underwear, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, like
Girl forgot her dress. I don't know what happened.
But it was all worth it because we got awesome flute guy.
Dude, awesome flute guy.
That's
rocked.
true.
He was
Yeah.
awesome. But anyway, that was the Game Awards. It was a fun night. But there's one more note about this show that I want to talk about. The fuck you doing, Microsoft?
Oh,
Yeah.
The big note.
Completely MIA.
The only thing you had at that show was an ad for Samsung TVs and Game Pass.
And
Yep.
and Phil sitting there angry as hell.
Oh, Phil
Yep.
looked pissed. Dude,
They showed him like 3 times.
it probably
He
didn't
was
help that the
pissed.
FTC sued him like an hour before the show kicked off, but he was
Right.
mad. You
Oh,
never see
man.
Phil mad, but Phil was mad.
Yeah, he was not happy. It was him. It was because he was sitting next to Reggie, who actually came up and presented. But yeah, Phil and Sarah Bond were there, and every time they cut to him, like he just looked pissed. It's like, man, he didn't want to be there.
But y'all didn't bring nothing. Y'all got like 4 or 5 big games coming in 2023, and you didn't show shit.
No.
Several of them that probably should have been shown here.
Mhm.
You think Starfield and Redfall?
Yeah.
You know, like
I expected
we probably could have gotten some more Forza here.
yeah.
I expected to see a full-on gameplay of Starfield, right? That's going to be the headline. Like, I expected them to be like, that was going to be the show closer of this. It was going to be Starfield. And Todd Howard's going to be on stage with the controller, running us through it. But no, that's not what happened.
When's
Yeah.
Starfield again?
Nobody knows. It's 2023. That's all we know.
That's all we know
Yeah.
is 2023. Good
They
God.
claimed when they first said it that Redfall and Starfield would be out in the first quarter.
That's
Yeah.
a lie. Starfield will be November of next year.
Probably.
Probably if it
I'll
comes out there and
guarantee
shit.
I was
don't know,
thinking
man.
Redfall would be February, but I mean, the fact that they didn't show it in December, now I kind of don't think that's going to happen.
I just don't understand how you have, and this isn't even debatable. This is the worst year for Xbox in their history.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Of course.
And you come to the biggest show at the end of the year when everybody's talking about these new consoles and, you know, the Xbox, PlayStation, which is stupid because Nintendo's number one. But the arguments between those two consoles, and you show nothing. Zero. Like, how you gonna sell Xboxes? You ain't showing nothing.
Right.
Are
Like,
they
it
afraid to
makes
show
no
stuff
sense.
off because of this whole thing?
I mean,
I
it's
feel like-
possible. but
Yeah, like there has to be, and this is why, like I'm pissed and I'm super confused, but I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that there is some reason that they did not do this. Maybe they're going to do their own show before the end of the year.
But it won't
I
have
mean,
as
there's a
many
couple of
eyes on it
weeks.
as Keeley's.
No, it won't. No, it absolutely won't. Right, and that's what I was getting to. I just feel like our marketing person dropped the ball here. I mean, if everybody's paying attention to this is where we probably should put our big stuff. That's why I expected Starfield, but I don't know. If
No. If the reason they didn't show was because of the Activision Blizzard thing, didn't get that, just fucking kill it. Because it's costing you more than it's going to gain you at this point.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love my Xbox. I always prefer to play on my Xbox, but y'all ain't got shit. Like, legitimately, y'all ain't got shit. And you need to have something. So, anyway, I'm going to do a few tweets, and then we'll get out of here. 2022.
emails?
Crazy. What's that?
No emails.
Nope, not this week. Wait, just got one.
Oh ho, hot off the presses.
Yeah, I've been checking the whole show, and this is the first one that showed up. Jeremy writes in and says, "Hey guys, I had to re-up my PlayStation Plus the other day and decided to try the mid-tier, which I will dub PlayStation Plus Pre-PP. There are a ton of great games in there, and it definitely pays for itself right out of the gate. I hope you enjoyed the Kiwis. It was fun to see a big in-person event. Lots of great games on the way. What was your favorite announcement or moment? Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton was definitely funny. Yes.
What was my... we just went through them, and I know I said it. What?
Judas was my favorite.
Judas
game that they showed.
Judas was probably up there for sure.
Yeah.
I love BioShock, and I been wanting to play a new Bioshock, and we haven't had one since fucking Infinite.
Infinite.
Yep,
Yeah.
Infinite.
And that game
Infinite
is
was
old.
not great.
Dude, that was 360 game.
Yep.
I am really looking forward to the Horizon DLC.
I'm stoked for
'cause
Star
I love
Wars.
that game.
Star Wars,
Yeah,
man.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Ooh, that looked
I haven't
good.
played the first game yet.
Dude, go play that game. It's on Game Pass. Go play it.
I know.
So good.
It is good.
Trying to think if there's anything else big that jumped out at me. That's probably either Judas or
The
or Star
Transformers
Wars.
game.
I mean,
I'm
Transformers, I'm
excited for that. I just want to see
cautiously-
more of it. Yeah.
Cautiously optimistic because Transformers has been shit since High Moon stopped doing it.
That's
Like
true.
that Platinum game is okay. I love the look of it, but it's not great. And then there's that fucking Battlegrounds, which is trash. I'm sorry, that
Yeah,
game's
that's-
trash.
No, that's bad. Yeah, that's trash.
So I want a good Transformers game as much as anybody, but whenever you say, it's just like everybody who's skeptical of Redfall. When you say it's 1 to 4 players, it makes me feel like if I play it by myself, I'm missing out, and I don't want to do that.
I got you.
I'm sorry, but I feel like if I sit down and play Redfall, I'm gonna have a bad time.
I hope it's good. But see, the nice thing is Game Pass. I don't have to worry. I can just play it.
You just try
sucks.
it. Yeah.
That's true. I tried out Back for Blood for about 4 hours and said, yeah, I don't think I like this, and then turned it off.
I downloaded Pentiment and then deleted it because I came to my senses. Like, this ain't my game.
Did you get to the part where you had to start making all the choices, or did you just like?
I didn't even play it. I was like,
Oh, no.
I downloaded like, I'll try this. Then I thought about it. I'm like, nah. This just ain't a game for me. There ain't no way I'm gonna enjoy this. No way.
I do that for some Game Pass stuff because you're like, well, what the? It's free. It comes with the subscription. I might play it, but I'm like, I'm never going to even boot this up. Delete. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, why?
Yep.
I downloaded it, but nah, I'm good. All right. Twitter. Taker says, just finished last week's episode. Great show. And I'm amazed that there wasn't more pushback about Terrence getting banned. If that was PlayStation, Anthony would have badmouthed him for like an hour. I don't think it was Anthony not wanting to badmouth Xbox. It was just Anthony wanted to poke fun at Terrence, really. Cause
That's really what it is. It's
Yeah.
been the running joke. You guys don't see the abuse. You don't see my
Yeah.
scars, but it's
So
been the
that's-
running joke for the week.
That's the thing is we probably there's sometimes we should probably carry some of the Discord conversation onto this show because trust me, there was plenty of conversation in our personal Discord about what a piece of shit that ban is from Xbox and what
Yeah,
a
no,
joke it is.
it's a joke.
and the fact that he appealed it and they were like, nah. I'm like, really?
Nah, we'll see you in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know what the
I
best
just
part
did-
is he's still playing. That's the best part.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can totally still play, and
And join a Discord server
And
and
join
just
a
talk
Discord.
through Discord.
Yeah.
yep.
So, whatever.
I don't need to use your crappy Xbox party system anyway because half the time we can't even invite people to the party.
Right.
Oh,
Dude, can we talk about that for a second?
the
how
fact that I
crappy it
can't
is.
invite people after like an hour of playing? Like,
Yeah,
what?
after we've been playing for a while and somebody gets out for a few minutes and wants to come into another match, oh, we can't just invite you anymore. What?
Like, how does that, like, it's grayed out. Like, what?
Why can't I invite this person?
It's weird, man. I don't
The
get it.
360 wasn't like this, for Christ's sakes.
Man.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. Xbox is. If there was ever a year where Dave Chappelle was standing there sharpening some wood, this would be the one where he would say Xbox is fucking up. It's just
Yeah,
the truth.
2022's got to go down as one of the worst years in the history of that brand.
No
Yeah.
shit, man. Like
No, it definitely is.
Game Pass has been awesome. Outside of that, nothing. Like everything
had-
else has been bad.
They've had 3 games this year.
Hey, one of them won a Game Award. I never even played that game.
Yeah.
What won a Game Award?
That As Dusk
As
Falls.
Dusk Falls.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
And that was one of the ones that I installed. It's the visual novel that has like the
Oh, yeah,
weird
that's why I didn't
movement
play it.
style.
Oh yeah, I installed that too and never played it.
Yep, I didn't either. I uninstalled. I was like, I'm never going to play this.
Truth be told, it is kind of like my kind of jam. It's just I've never booted it up.
Yep, I will never play that game. God,
Like those choice visual novels are like my jam. Like I
Dude.
love those games.
how to like you gotta put effort to suck as bad as they've sucked this year. Like that takes a lot of effort.
Well, we've
Yeah,
got a
it's
constant
really
stream of
bad.
controllers, so I guess that's something.
Nobody
We've
cares
had,
about
you
the
know.
controllers except for influencers because they send them to them and they're like, "Look what Microsoft
You.
sent me."
Right. Like
And
I
you
don't.
can, because you got 1,500 controllers at the house.
Hey, because I didn't buy them. Like I got a free one with my TV. I bought 2 systems, so I have 2 of those controllers. Like
And it's time to start an Instagram account.
I only have 2 of the not normal colored controllers. I got the blue one and I got the 20th anniversary. The rest of them are black and white.
Yeah, I have the 20th anniversary, and I have the Falcon Captain America one that Razer put out.
Yeah, like
See,
I don't.
I've got the Xbox One controller that's got like my gamer tag on it and stuff like that.
Oh shit! You actually did that?
No, my wife did it for my birthday.
Ah, that's not Xbox. That is Xbox One, isn't it?
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
Xbox One controllers. I've
Oh,
had it
yeah.
for like a couple of years.
Mine,
I use
my
it for
daughter
PC
took
now.
mine, and it's dead now.
Well, that's
so,
the thing
I
is
don't-
like one of my Xbox controllers is on my PC. One of them is now attached to my 360 because I got that Wingman device. I think 3 of them are attached to my Xbox, and 2 of them are attached to the Xbox in the living room.
Is there a particular reason why you still own a Xbox 360?
I mean, there's a lot of games that ain't backwards. I couldn't have played Armored Core if I wanted to play that.
Yeah, true. But damn, it's. I can
Dude,
see
you still
like,
got a Wii U hooked up. You can't say shit to me.
and I have it for one fucking game.
But you want to ask me
What-
why I still got a
Wait,
360?
what's the game? What's the game?
Blade Chronicles X.
I've never played it, but I've heard. A lot
it's
about
awesome.
that. Okay, yeah,
It's awesome. I wish they would just do a Switch version of that game. They've done it with everything else.
I think the 360 is the only old system. I unhooked the PS3 because I wasn't
No,
playing.
I've still got my PS3 hooked up. I'm
Why are you
playing it
questioning
right
me
now.
my 360?
No, because
Well, he's playing a new.
where
Nightmare.
else could I play a New Nightmare?
Yeah, he's got to play it for research. You got it hooked up for
But he
fun.
never hooked it up. Like he never unhooked it. It's been there.
No, my PS3's always been hooked up.
That's what I'm
Oh, well,
saying.
then-
Like, and you ask me
Well-
why I still have my 360 hooked up?
Yeah. What the heck?
No. Wait. Stop. I do a
Every time-
lot of Phoenix Down games.
I mean, I play a lot of old games, and a bunch of them ain't backwards compatible on the Xbox One. That's why I still got it hooked up.
Oh, I play a lot of PS3 games still.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with that fucking UI.
Oh, it's horrible.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with all of it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
going to the PlayStation Store is like the ninth ring of hell.
Yeah, it really is.
I thought they closed it on the PS3. It's
No.
still
You
open?
can still, no, you can still. So I still purchase stuff. You just can't add funds to your wallet there anymore.
Oh,
when you
okay.
boot up the PlayStation Store, there's a big fucking notice
Yeah.
about
Saying,
buying
hey, if you
shit.
want to buy something here, you have to go to the website and do it.
Gotcha.
It's
Damn.
fucked.
It's
Next,
bad.
yeah, it's awful. And it's slow as balls. Oh my
It's so
God.
slow. Oh my god.
It makes the Switch store look like blazing fast.
Yes.
That's bad.
His next tweet says, anyways, I downloaded Tiny Tina's Wonderland, was recommended by a buddy. It's awesome. What co-op solo games have you bought by surprise that you really didn't think were going to be good and turned out amazing?
What do
Oh,
you mean
man.
co-op solo games? What are we talking about?
Maybe a game that you can play co-op or solo?
Co-op?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Something
know.
like Borderlands, like because I mean he was referring to Tiny Tina's, so I would think maybe like a Outriders or I don't actually know. Wow, I mean Tiny Tina's actually surprised me. I actually reviewed that. I did enjoy that game. I don't know. I hope she gets another one, and that's probably I think me and Anthony talked about that. Probably Ashley Birch's best role. Like I like her as
Ooh.
Tiny Tina.
I mean, it's the
So-
only role she doesn't sound like Ashley Birch.
Exactly. That's yeah. That's very true.
Her voice acting as Aloy is good.
I mean, it's a good actor, but it sounds like her.
It's just her. Yeah. Yeah.
I so if you want to talk about some pleasantly surprised things, when we did our bad games, there was a game that I feel like there were 2 games that we played that I feel like should not have been on our bad game list. The first one being Bound by Blood.
I mean, that's
is
just a
not,
good game.
Yeah, no, not Bound by Blood. What's it called?
Not by Flame.
Bound by Flame.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused with Bound by Blood. Not Bound by Blood. Call of Juarez, the cartel.
Bound of Blood.
Yeah. No. Bound by Blood is the second Call of Juarez game.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
we've said Bound and Blood too many times now.
Bound
So
by
what's still meaning?
Flame. Bound by Flame is a Spiders RPG, which is actually a really good game.
Yes, it is.
Call of Juarez, the cartel, is a very bad game to play by yourself. But me and Anthony played it co-op and had a blast with that game. That game was specifically made to be played co-op because there's a completely different mode when you play co-op where you're supposed to be a dirty cop and you have to do you'll get objectives while you're playing, like smuggle these drugs, steal these drugs, and you have to do it while your co-op partner's not watching you.
Well, that's
So
neat.
they give you like side objectives that your co-op partner doesn't know about. And I was like, that's actually really cool. Why would they even give you the option to play solo if that's the case?
Because, I
But
mean,
yeah,
people would bitch if you don't let them play solo.
Yeah, Call of Juarez the Cartel. It was a joke to the gaming community when it came out, but the game has got a really good production value, and it's got a really cool co-op mode. So there's you a good co-op game, I think, that still kind of holds up. That's pretty fun. Another one that me and my roommates like adored. We love this series, and I hate that they quit making it. Army of Two was
Yes.
a really fun co-op game.
Yep.
I love
Me
those
and my
games.
wife love those games. Yep.
When the second game came out, we were there day and date. Like, yeah, let's do this. We were like, wait,
Yeah.
let's do this. And it was so much fun. I love those games. And the way the ending of the second game, pretty good.
I
You
like
get a choice at the end.
I like Kane and Lynch. Sue me.
Oh, they were fun. I liked the character. Yeah, Caitlin.
Dog Days was pretty good. The second one was pretty good. The first one,
The first one's
There was
rough to play, but
it
I
was
like
rough
there was some
play it,
jank
yeah.
in there.
I
Yeah,
like the
Yeah.
concept of that game, though. I liked it.
yeah.
Man, the 360 had a lot of those kind of games.
I mean, if you
They
want a
did.
really good co-op game, any of the Gears of War games are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I could go back and play Gears of War 1 right now.
Yeah. He also takes the crown for minutes listened. He did his Spotify Wrapped for our show. 5,290 minutes.
God bless you, sir. Oh man.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of time. Shogun says, so I beat Gotham Knights. The story was cool, a bit predictable, but I really enjoyed the new fighting system and the upgrades. I would like a JLA game like this. Anyways, anyone else tired of hearing about the Microsoft Activision deal? Seems like an easy win, but geez, just get it done.
Yeah, it's taking
Yep.
forever. It's been going on a year now, isn't it?
Yeah, they announced
Yeah.
it in March, right?
Yeah.
This year?
I think so. I think
That
that's
was
when they
last year,
announced it was
boss.
going to happen, and then it's just literally been sitting here for...
Well, they said that it wasn't going to be final like until next year anyway, because they knew all of this stuff was going to happen with the FTC and all the, it had to clear all the regulators and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
they were
of it.
giving it time. But yeah, I am too. Like it's just been, it's because it's always in the news. And then,
But it's the only news Xbox has.
and that's that I think is the problem, because they have no actual gaming or game news, and it's all just that subject, and it's too much. Like
Yeah.
they need to change the narrative, and the Game Awards would have been a perfect place to do that.
Oh, shocker. They didn't do it.
They're getting sued.
Settled Falcon wants to know why on earth From Software decided to make Armored Core 6 instead of Dark Souls 4 or Bloodborne 2, because we fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
Armored Core is the best From Software franchise. I said it!
You know what? I didn't even know it was on 360. The last one I played was on PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made
I
a-
thought it stopped then.
They made the quote unquote comeback in 360 PS3 era with Armored Core 5. And
Okay.
It did
You
nothing.
say that one of my favorite FromSoft games of all time, Binary Domain.
that's not From Software.
Yes, it is.
Binary Domain? That's sick.
Binary
Fine.
Domain is a good name. Is a good game.
Binary Domain was a FromSoftware game, man.
It's weird.
No,
Or no, it's not. No, it's not. That was the
Ryugo Gotaku
that's the
Studio.
that's the Yakuza guys. That's the
Yeah,
Yakuza
like
guys.
I was like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. No.
No. That's the Yakuza guys. Sorry. I was getting mixed up because I was like, From Software made that, or no? Somebody who normally doesn't make that kind of game.
Yeah,
Made that
no.
game.
From Software has made some weird games. Like they made Tenchu,
Yes,
They
that's a
made-
good one.
Adventures of Cookies and Cream, which is
That's
amazing.
a good one too.
They made Ninja Blade. Remember that?
Yeah,
360
that wasn't a good one. It was
Mhm.
just QTEs. That's all it was. It would looked cool, but you literally was just QuickTime events. Lord.
I know they had some other weird games. Hold on. From Software.
Did they do Chrome Hounds? Because I thought that was supposed to be like, but that was one that was online only or something like that, right?
I think they did.
Did they do that one?
I think so. Hold on. Kingsfield, obviously. Echo Knight is another weird one. The PS2 fuck ups. We got Eternal Ring and Evergrace. Those were not.
Oh, Evergrace.
Atogi. Those were great games.
Oh yeah.
A lot of weird shit in here, like Lost Kingdoms, Shadow Tower, Kuon. I remember that. That was a horror game. Metal Wolf Chaos.
They did Enchanted Arms.
They did enchant. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
that was
they
a
did
pretty good
Chrome
RPG.
Hounds. They did do Chrome Hounds. I thought they did. Yeah, there's a couple Tenchu games. Then they started doing the Souls games. They've been doing that
Oh
ever
God, they
since.
did a Monster Hunter game.
Oh yeah,
PSP.
yeah. Poka Poka Iru Village.
Yep. It was with the Palicos.
Yep. They also brought it to 3DS in 2015.
There was a Steel Battalion game on 360. I didn't even. Oh, it was for
It was
Kinect. That's why.
Bad. It was bad.
Okay. Yeah.
The Kinect game.
Yeah, I didn't even know. That's why. All right.
Yep. That game was bad.
Drop the Connect.
Nope. Dude, the
Let's
first
still go back to
Armored
the animation.
Armored Core and Armored Core Project Phantasma, some of my most played games on PlayStation 1.
I did play a lot of Armored Core 1 on PlayStation. That was like my jam when I was a kid.
God, I love those games. I can't believe the first one and Project Phantasma both came out in 97.
Well, anyway,
crazy.
anybody out there listening who has not played Binary Domain needs to play Binary Domain.
Oh, 100%. That is
Yeah.
backwards
Yeah, it's a good
compatible
game.
on
That
I
is-
have not
yes.
played Binary Domain.
what?
I have not played Binary Domain.
You need to
Dude,
play Binary
You need
Domain.
to play that
Play it.
just for the fucking French robot, man.
Yeah. And Big Bo.
Oh,
Dude, that game is so good.
We did that for Phoenix Down, and the second episode of that, we were like talking like that game made us start thinking like, what does it mean to be human? Like we were having discussions like that.
That game is so good. Fucking, what's
What
his
if I found
name?
out my wife was a robot?
What's his name? Big Bubba? What's his name?
Big Bo.
Big Bo, yeah.
Big Bo.
Big Bo is great.
Yep.
So many characters in that game are great. The French robot is still my favorite. I love him.
French robot was really good. Everybody was really good. The British dude who was always like who hated you,
Yeah.
was still like your your number one guy. It was like your rival.
Oh man, I want to play that
Oh,
game
God.
again. That
Game is so good. It's so good.
Well, it's backwards compatible, and it's $8.99 right now.
It's on
There you
sale
go.
all the time.
You
But
could
it's
use
totally
your voice
worth it.
too to command guys.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yep,
that. Like in the
yeah.
tutorial, it teaches you like you can put on the headset and command your troops. I'm like, nah, I didn't even do that back then. So
Oh, I
SOCOM
did,
had that,
but-
right? SOCOM was the first one that did that, right?
SOCOM, and there was also, remember Lifeline, that Konami
Yeah.
survival horror game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when the PlayStation first started getting a headset, they're like, let's make games that use it. And then they were like, this is dumb. And then the Xbox was like,
Like,
we're
this
gonna
fucking sucks.
we're gonna do this for Kinect, and everybody's like, this is still dumb.
This is still dumb and doesn't work.
Fucking Rise, where you yell for your dudes to throw
Fire.
the spears or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, nah. Anyway.
That's another thing. Rise, Son of Rome. Every time there's a Game Pass quest for that game, I start to play it, and I'm like, I should probably play this game because it's
Dude,
actually
that
really
game-
good.
It's so good.
That game is so good. Like I still am shocked when the system launched with that. Everybody's like, "This game kind of sucks." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that game's
Rise is
actually
good.
legit good.
That game is, man, and you know what's crazy? It's still probably maybe the best looking 360 or Xbox One game.
Is that Ninja Theory?
No, that's Crytek.
Crytek.
Crytek. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Ninja Theory made some really damn good looking games back in the day.
dude, Enslaved is amazing.
Enslaved
Enslaved is
still
really good.
looks good.
That game
The
is
facial animations in that game are insane.
Andy Serkis just hamming it up, man.
That's right.
That game is so good, though.
It's so good. It's so good. There's so many of those really good hidden gems out there.
Oh, yeah.
Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom.
That's a
A
great game.
fantastic game.
That game is so good. And
Enslaved. Fantastic
play.
game.
you can't play Majin anymore unless you got a 360 hooked up, Drew. See what I'm saying?
Or a PlayStation 3.
I mean, if you really want to deal with that mess. I mean, the 360 is bad, but the PlayStation, it worse. Like, both of those systems are molasses slow. So bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That last update to the 360 UI, still garbage.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still garbage.
I don't understand why they... Like, the 360 just sitting out there now, just reactivate blades. It's fine.
Dude, why not? Why not? The
Yeah.
blades were so good.
Just do it. Just put it back in there. Oh, man. Anyway, that is all the tweets. That is all the emails. That is all the show. We're done. We're good. We're getting out of here. If you want to check us out on Twitter, it's still alive. Still kicking. We're at ZTGD Content for the site and N4G Podcasts for the show. Also, check out Phoenix Down. That's on there. ZTGD Phoenix Down. What's the next? You're still Alone in the Dark? Another episode?
Still doing Alone in the Dark. We're probably going to do 3 or 4 more, or three more episodes.
All
Because
right.
we're going to do Edward Carnby's side, then we're going to do Aline's side. So there's 2 characters in that game you can play as.
Gotcha. If you want to listen to us on Twitter, Ramble, I'm at ZTGD, Drew is at DMF Fury, Ryan is at Wombat RP, and Terrence is at Lord Magnus. And if you want to shoot us an email, podcast at ztgd.com. I still hear myself, and it's killing me, but I'm done. We're done. We're finished.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I was
I can
hearing
hear
it
it now.
too.
It happened when Terrence came back, so I'm going to blame him, even if it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's probably my fault. That's fine.
Way to go,
I'm
man.
sorry. I fucked it
Just
up for
bullying
everybody.
Terrence some more.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But that's it for the show. Unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.
Epic fail. Welcome to the N4G podcast. Zero tolerance.
This is going to be a very interesting episode.
Gather time.
Greetings, programs. I got lost trying to find my way to the secret underground N4G Radio lair.
The Wombat. And
I always lived in angry.
Killer Wolverine. Play games, not consoles. No fanboys allowed.
And then I killed the dragon.
Killed the dragon.